hands. One had to go. Hey.
Sophie's choice.
Babies are babies.
Trying to remember what Sophie's choice actually was.
Pretty similar, except without the dropping of babies.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Sophie's choice was made for him.
Him? Who's him?
You.
Oh.
Who's him? Who is this?
We watched the baking series with old Greg the whole season.
Oh, yeah?
He was good.
We are live.
All right. Old Greg's cooking show.
Yeah.
Yep. Baking show. Okay, so in the interim of your raid of the downtown center, it's turned out that Shadow Mage survived the explosion somehow. So yeah, the Racketeers now has also been replenished with the addition of Phil. Let's get a recap on the Doctor.
Oh, my
He's
Doctor. Dr. Force.
Yeah.
Is his hero name. His human name, though he's an alien, is Victor Farce. He's a psychiatrist by day. He's a proponent of psychedelics, and he's also a cosmic missionary for his cosmic religion. He's got blast.
Cosmic encounters.
He's got blast, illusion, and force field powers. And I think the only notable thing I really did last section, I abducted one of the thugs at the end of the section.
That's dark.
Yeah. At least I saved him.
I feel like talking to the dying guy. How do I get out of here? Or something like that to the guy who's
Dr. Force.
near death.
I thought you said Forest, and I was really
Dr.
confused.
Force. I am the Force.
How do we get out of here?
We did save 2 babies.
Two babies.
Zip and
The new zip and zap.
Yeah, you zip
New
them
side
up.
Zip 2 and Zap 2.
Gotta bring him to Father Time, wake him up.
Me too.
Okay.
I'll put 2 P's on their names.
So overall, it's been hard times since at least in Metro City, if you choose to stay there, it's impoverished, it's lawless, and even hard times for Kalendar's de-aging clinic because most people don't have the money required for his services.
They're not
anymore.
living long enough
City
anymore
either.
Boring.
Yeah, I would have no reason to stay.
Yep.
I mean,
What about her
I'm a
heroism?
billionaire.
Yeah, we don't
Heroism.
Where does it say that on my sheet?
Don't we feel
It says you're a hero. You said it. It
No,
says hero.
he's not a hero.
I mean,
he's just not a
billionaire
villain.
is listed before hero. That takes priority. So I gotta protect my billion.
Assets.
Don't we,
Yeah,
don't we
we know
feel
you're
somewhat
You uploaded
responsible for
while
this?
we're going up to me.
I would feel
You're
somewhat
uploading on your
responsible.
computer?
No, that's from this morning.
Like, if it wasn't for us, the city,
Wouldn't have gone to shit.
yeah.
Literally.
Why would you say such things?
I have a bug
It
conscience.
was the Metro Menace.
I'm beating up a lot of gangs during this time.
That's just
draining them all.
yeah. You don't care
already.
anymore. You're
No.
just in the okay.
I feel
can
like the
see that for a
menace
second.
won.
I'm
in some
relocating
way.
my headquarters.
Okay. Do you want to keep it in North America or?
Ideally,
Switzerland?
I'm
Okay.
Rather money.
red-blooded American.
All right. So
I
we'll
mean,
say,
unless there's some strong
He's
like tax
green-blooded.
incentives.
okay.
Canada.
I will say this: Metro
They have
City
strong
does
tax
have one
incentives. You don't know that.
one newspaper that's still operating, Metro Bugle.
Okay.
And there are some rumors if any of you guys want to go take a new issue before you leave the city.
I'll have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a new gang, brazenly led by Bugcatcher, called Bug Patrol. There's been reports that instead of rounding up bugs, they're throwing people in their nets and just putting cheap props on the people to justify them as bugs. So they slap like big fly eyes on their face or cheap little wings and then take them and they're never seen again.
It's like the KKK for Thomas's character.
It's a bad time to be a bug in Metro City or a person who is accused of being a bug. And then Father Time is rumored to be building a doomsday clock somewhere in the city.
Clock!
Yep.
Doomsday clock.
What if we bring in the biggest bug bomb in the history of bug
Just
bombs?
exterminate this
Just
whole
wipe
problem.
it out. Just bring in bulldozers,
Question,
level the whole city.
When
And
you're
rebuild it as a
rebuild.
corporate campus.
When
Yeah,
you're telling
exactly.
me this,
And I'll
do
be
you
like
keep
the owner.
saying
Hero!
bug in quotes for humans? Like, we're gonna wipe out all
Superhero.
the bugs.
Superhero.
That's not what you were saying last time.
Well, you were acting like a villain. Now you're still acting like a villain.
How
Now
am I acting like a villain? I
You
want
want
to take
to
out these
exterminate
bad
the
guys.
Yeah,
city
you're talking about.
that you were sworn to protect.
Look, we'll give everyone a heads up.
What is that? Just like
They
give
have-
the bug
But
catcher.
that gets a bug
They
catcher.
have
Right,
10
it'll
minutes.
mess up his whole operation. Okay.
There's way
Here,
better
hold
ways
on,
to
no,
go.
hold on. Hear me out.
Not even
holes in the
justifying
floor.
yourself anymore.
Well,
You're just a
I
super
definitely
villain.
call him because I somehow know they must be
Hear
connected.
me out.
Okay.
You track the bug catcher.
In the bug.
Stock
I'll,
catcher catcher.
I'll announce the bug bomb for the city. And then we follow the bug catcher wherever he goes to his hidey hole outside of the city. And then we bust him when he's at his weakest.
Alright.
There we go.
What about the Father Time thing? I missed that part. I was captured, so I didn't. I heard you guys
Making
already.
some sort of doomsday.
This is new.
but-
This is new information just
Right.
for
I
everyone.
meant
Yeah.
the Father Time encounter. I wasn't there, so I.
Father Time is yet to be encountered.
Oh,
well, I
the
mean, if
alien
we
thing
can
wasn't
do
it?
some recon,
No, that was
I
eternal.
suppose it'd be good. If we find out that he can't really move this doomsday device, then the bug bomb solves their problem. Because the city's going to be level. Mayor Hagar abandoned this city.
You're supposed to be better than politicians.
Remember before, before that he wiped all the money they had left to you guys.
Yeah.
To destroy the city.
Okay,
Clean out the hero fund.
Yeah. Which
I need-
then
Doesn't
made
get-
it useless. The city's done.
I need to commission a bug bomb.
Okay. Are you gonna have this developed in-house in your corporation?
I mean, is there a better way to do it?
Well, they would have to procure the materials outside of the because you do not have that in your corporate assets right,
Right.
now. You don't have
When you say
Is
bug
anybody
bomb,
Money is no
frightened?
object.
Is anybody frightened
Do you know what
that
an atomic
Adam's
bomb is? That's, I
corporation
think
all
generally what he's
these
thinking
people
of.
What?
who
what is a
have
bug
all
bomb?
this wisdom
A
and
bug
knowledge,
bomb.
but their babies working for him with the threat that if they are good, he'll let them age older, but if they don't, they'll
This is
die.
this is theory about who's
like
building the
he's
doomsday
China's
clock
like
for-
sweatshops with babies with the threat of
Whoa,
Do you have-
whoa.
Do you have babies working?
No
for you?
babies work for any Endar corporations or subsidiary. Let me just be clear about
He
that.
has boss baby.
Do you have a strict
regional-
no baby,
No baby
hiring
policy. That's right.
What about your suppliers?
Anyways, the bug bomb is one that will wipe out all organic life within a certain radius while leaving no sort of nuclear fallout afterwards.
It's such an arbitrary name. You can name it anything, bomb. Like it doesn't matter. But bug bomb.
But
that's
they're
good.
bugs.
Yeah, right. It's your response to bug catcher.
Actually, don't we want to save bugs?
You-
We
you're
want
talking-
to kill the bug catchers.
Will this kill humans?
If they're in there. Yeah.
organic.
Are
like,
That's why they're getting a heads up.
Is he exempt?
We're telling people to
Is he
evacuate?
exempt? If I can prevent him from finding out, then so be it.
Wait, so how?
No, I think he meant because he's an alien. Would he
Oh.
be affected by
No,
that?
I mean, I don't know his physiology. I haven't
So-
researched him, but this is going to be some pretty poisonous shit.
Wait, so you're gonna kill hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of people?
No, they're getting...
Wait, why do we
A heads
need?
up.
Why do we need to bug bomb him if we're going to chase the bug catcher into his hole?
Because we want to rebuild the city.
What if
Well, it's filled with bad dudes. Bad hombres.
gangs.
Bad hombres
This
are
just seems,
filling up
this
this
seems like
city.
this seems like an unnecessary step, though.
How are you going to clean up the city?
Just
See,
what
the
if-
same
what
way we would
if
anyways.
all the
Just
bad
Step
kill.
by step, just punching everything.
But like
What
if
is
we're
that?
like if we're just
We
gonna
need
create
to
a bomb and
install-
then tell everyone that there's a
Yeah,
bomb
well,
and then
the
like
bad guys go too. Well,
Yeah,
they
the bad
leave.
guys
everyone's
go
just gonna
too.
be gone.
Then they're out of my city.
What about when they come back?
Well, we'll have an infrastructure then, because we're rebuilding the whole thing from the ground up.
let's see.
Will this infrastructure prevent bad
We will
people
have a
from being?
wall.
What?
We will have a
Don't
wall.
forget. Next, he's gonna say we're gonna build it into the ground.
I have an idea.
An underground.
No, we don't need that. That's too expensive.
That's a different.
A vigilante bug force. We dress people up as bugs, and they patrol the streets.
For the new city or for the current city?
Either way.
But
People,
we don't have manpower for this.
People will find it.
Well, how about
Where?
Should we just
Who's going
find
to
out?
volunteer for this? This is a
The
disaster
the
relief
nursing
zone.
home.
This isn't even a city
The
anymore.
hospitals
Sean,
and the nursing
the
homes.
drifter look.
You
I'm
make
trying
them
to
young
find out
again,
any
and they
information
fight
on the
for
last
us.
netting.
What-
Gratitude.
Okay.
What about?
You know how not controlled that is.
Why don't we just find out where
If they
he's
die, they die.
doing his headquarters are, and then kill him?
But he's not the only problem, though. The city's overrun.
The
Repeat
buck-
what you said earlier.
The buck, what he introed in, that the city's pretty much impoverished. All
Right.
this.
So.
Right.
Poor doesn't mean great.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
My help.
It has no local government anymore.
See?
It's a total breakdown.
So
Anarchy.
is it
Yeah, it is.
destroying.
So
We
running
don't
around
like-
punching everybody? That's your solution?
I never
We
said
can
that.
That's what
install-
she said.
we
No, I would
install
probably
bug.
not do that.
What's your
leadership.
solution?
Well, I can.
But clearing out these people to like other cities that are doing this doesn't.
They're
solve
known as
the-
refugees then.
But
And they're no
If
longer
they
our
had
problem.
the
So you just wanna
resources to
start a
leave,
new city?
wouldn't they have already left?
yeah, what if
Who's
they can't
left
leave?
here? I feel like the only people here are like.
How much heads up are
I
we
don't
giving
know.
these people?
Why is
Are they all
anyone
just gonna-
still
So you don't want to give them any
What
heads
about
up,
the
'cause all that's
elderly
left
and
is
the
bad
infirm?
guys.
There's merit to that.
I don't believe that would
Don't
that would
warn
be true.
anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
And or like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I
old
think it
people.
becomes more true given time. Like people that aren't criminals are going to be leaving, but like as of right now, there's still plenty of good
Should try
people
to
here.
assist.
That's what the heads
Should
up
try
is
to
about.
assist escape.
Wait, so
How do we differentiate between the good people and the bad people?
Wait, well,
One
your
of life's great.
so your plan is to force everybody to evacuate the city, and then
If anyone's stupid enough to stick around, they die.
okay. So why is that? Why? What problem does that solve again? You say getting all the bad people out of our city is what you're
I
saying.
mean, we can just
But now
start
you're
bringing
saying
in
that you
bulldozers.
clear out the stupid people, not the bad people.
No,
Well,
or the
so be it.
So
The
you
plan
just
is-
have smart bad people.
No, the
left.
plan is we're bringing in bulldozers. We're going to level the entire city. It will
the
be
entire
flat.
city.
Yes.
Why?
Just nothing.
Just a big field.
And then we build it back up.
To what end?
We have a new city, a utopia.
What if
Endarville.
It's the end game.
yeah.
end our
End our game.
It's the
Endar game. Yes.
The name of this chapter. End our game.
Now we're tracking the bug catcher, so we're gonna bust him no matter what. We can track Father Time. We can bust him no matter what.
But all the bad people. Just
You call me a bad person.
you are. You're wanting to.
All right.
I'm wanting to
exterminate
rebuild, make
Drip-
this a city again.
Drifter.
Yep.
One of your local bums, who is amiable to you, has informed you that the latest bug pinching was at one of the only surviving soup kitchens left in town. There's a big line of folks, and the bug patrol
Netted
came by
somebody?
and just started
Or netted a bunch of people.
yep, and took off with them.
All right, I will be heading there.
You gonna head over to the outside the soup kitchen?
I'll
Okay.
tell Mantis. This will be when I tell Mantis after that.
What do you tell me? Oh.
Well, that's what he's doing, and the soup kitchen was the last place, the most recent place.
Bug catching.
Yeah.
Yep. You have received a contact, Dr. Endar, from an anonymous patron in Europe who is interested in selling you a complete bug bomb. He would request that you travel in person to meet with him.
And how many megatons is this bug bomb?
Enough to cover the whole metro area twice over.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we better keep this on the hush and hush.
Yep. Solo mission.
You know, the optics on me detonating a bug bomb like this could be bad.
You'll have to say it was the bug catcher himself.
Right,
who did it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, we need to frame the
Frame the bug catcher.
It's
And then we
perfect
bust him,
idea.
and we're heroes. Just like it says on my sheet.
So if
Yeah.
if the threat of
It's
the bug
actually a
bomb
very
is
great
expected to make most people leave, then why have the bug bomb at all? Just threaten to have the bug bomb.
What if we Actually, that's a pretty good idea.
the
And
bug
also,
bomb-
what if we get credit
Bug
for
bomb gives
thwarting?
you evidence.
What if we stop the bug catcher and,
And-
claim that we found a bug bomb, a weapon of mass destruction in his cave?
And if the bug
But
bomb
you need
is
to
just
have the bug bomb then.
if the bug
Yeah,
bomb
yeah.
is just a
No matter what, we need to have
massive
the bug
conventional explosive, that'll take care of the leveling process, and you can build in the crater.
Yeah, but
It could be a crater city.
Craters are trickier.
Okay.
Merritt, do you know how to open these dice?
And
I
what's
think
the-
that's kind of a pain.
We don't know. Well, we don't know the complications of what will necessarily come about from this bug bomb either. Like,
True.
like it's still going to be a chemical of some sort, so it's going to leave a very terrible aftermath.
I mean, it would be
It
the
might not
greatest
be-
act of terrorism ever committed on American soil. But
By the bug catcher.
yeah, that bug catcher.
what happened to our motto of "We aren't villains"?
This is for the greater good.
Yep.
Is it?
This city. What is
I
going to
argue.
become of this city?
There are other
Does
ways
anyone
to deal
else
with
agree
this.
with this besides Cal Endar?
No,
I thought you were on board.
not
Only
the
if
use
it meant
of it.
framing.
Right.
The bug
I'm okay
catcher.
with
But
that.
not.
But I mean,
We don't
like,
need to use
taking credit for stopping
I
it.
think
Oh,
we can.
so not actually detonating the bomb.
I think we can leak the threat, bust him, and then say we destroyed it.
How fucked?
We create the threat and then we stop the threat.
Yes.
How fucked is the infrastructure of this city?
It's
Like
bad.
structurally.
Terrible.
Is there plumbing?
Right. See,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
We should be rebuilding, not destroying.
This
There's
is like
plumbing.
a rotten old house, and it needs to be just plucked out.
There's
and
plumbing to
rebuilt.
like 20% of like the structures running water.
Well,
There's
Why
been-
is
that's
every
fine.
character
We
you
can
play-
rebuild once we
Can see.
stop the bug catcher. And if we do the threat,
So
we'll
you're
still
fine
leave
with
it.
framing the bug catcher and leveling the city.
Yes, but I don't think we need the bomb
I
in
don't
general.
think we need to level. We don't need to destroy the city to level it. We don't have
Yeah.
to kill people. We don't have to kill people.
This city is
It
like
is city
It's just a
line.
the
construction
city
project.
is like a
We-
cancer.
We can build
and
it.
You just gotta rip it all out.
piece
That's what I
by
think.
piece. We can block by block.
You're not even from here.
You don't even know that. You don't know that.
Do you claim to be from this earth?
I do not claim to be an alien, and no one has so far asked me.
So if you don't ask,
All right. Either way, if we're gonna frame this guy, we need the bug bomb.
Alright.
So I'm gonna get the bug bomb.
We just
We're gonna say he built a bug bomb, but it's gone.
but
We
there's
have no idea where it
there's
is.
no evidence of a bug.
There's no evidence of it.
But
We need the bug
We
bomb.
destroyed it.
I'm buying it. You can't stop me.
why would you buy it unless you surely intend to use it?
Couldn't that money be spent?
Like
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you don't have a business
On
anymore.
Money
right?
could be spent on a
renovation,
bug police force.
I mean, it will be used on renovation and security and building a city and all these things.
Like it can't be that much more expensive to
How
rebuild
expensive
the
do
whole
you think
city.
a bug bomb is?
Billions.
I don't know exactly what we mean when we say bug bomb.
It's a big
It's
bomb.
a city leveling bomb.
Releases a cloud of poisonous
No, it's not going
gases.
to level the city.
No.
Oh.
It's just going to kill any organic.
Wait,
Yes.
so
Right.
that
Creatures
doesn't
within
even
the
that doesn't
city.
even make
So it's
rebuilding
not a bomb
easier.
per se.
No.
Then you
More
have,
of
just
a
have more
gas.
stuff to clean up. You have all these dead people to clean
Yeah,
up.
like that just makes it harder.
Sean, while this is going on,
Well, we don't know how many people
I'm out of this
will
conversation
be
now.
stuck
Okay,
around the city.
That's no reason to just
I
possibly
wanna,
kill them.
If we expect him to be gone, why use the bomb?
You're right. For framing the guy, we can't announce
Stand
the
in
city.
line
Yeah.
for
I guess
8
we
years.
can.
Yeah.
Do we know
We heard
that
from the bug
Shadow,
catcher.
he's
detonating a
back?
bug bomb.
That's up to Shadow.
That's true.
Oh, I kind of assumed we were all actually
Okay,
talking
yep, so
this through.
So Shadow's
Like
revealed.
we're on like a FaceTime, right?
So
doing
Shadow
through
made.
all this?
He revealed
I mean,
that he
I
survived.
assumed you were in character talking about all this.
I think
Yeah.
I mean, hell, Father Time is planning a
This is
doomsday
all these little
device, so
snippets of
maybe we
us
just let him
arguing
do
over
something.
this while we keep going about it.
We've
You
already
just
got
hold back and see
Yeah,
what this.
maybe we should see what Father Time's up to.
Yeah, we've already got the excuse of that, and we should investigate.
Well, you have to
Hunt
do what
down-
you have to
let's
do.
hunt
You
down
got
the
an offer
supervillains.
from
Yeah,
Europe,
let's just find out what the supervillains are up to.
and why they
And you
still
might get your
even
rich.
here.
His bomb might go off.
His might be the bomb that you're going to see in Europe.
Yes, could be. I still want to go through with that, but that's just a contingency.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the soup kitchen stakeout team.
Okay.
All right, so you two are both on site, and he's on site posing as a hobo.
And what are we just investigating, like for traces of?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's trying to bait out another attack.
Sure.
By being, are you dressing up as a bug?
He's at a hobo.
No, you don't need to dress as a bug. They'll do that for me.
They do that.
They do that.
Yeah.
It's not like a bunch of people are dressing up as bugs. They just like capture somebody and then put like googly eyes on their face. And then
They say
he's a bug.
He's a big bug. You gotta give him credit. It's a pretty
They went to like
ingenious
they went to like
Was
the
there,
the dollar store and bought like
Sean, was there like some like
little party
mass
hats,
sighting?
whatever.
Like, was there like something that happened where there's been bug people around? Or is this kind of just like
He's just a
their
little-
bullshit way
You
to
guys-
capture people?
You've heard inconsistent descriptions of what the bug patrol looks like, so you'd have to do more canvassing.
No, I
with
mean
them.
as far as like why they're dressing them up as bugs. Like they're
Got
not
bug
fooling any.
people roaming the
It's
city.
probably just gonna be like
And you
mental
don't want me to
illness.
let off a bug bomb.
There's just
What is
obviously he doesn't
Actually,
need to do that.
you know
to
what?
capture
I have an
them, but
idea.
he's
I just
still-
wasn't-
Yeah,
I bet he's just run out of real bugs to catch, and I might have to give him one.
I think that's a good idea.
If I reveal myself, he will
Yeah,
come.
but like
All the bug patrol.
I can easily escape.
True, but can you look
Touche.
like a real bug?
I don't need to. They're
then-
capturing real humans.
But that's only because there's no real bugs to catch, I think.
I mean, you're making an assumption.
True, but if I know the bug catcher
So
like I think I
at
do,
the soup kitchen,
Last
is there
time I
any
made
sort
an
of, like,
assumption, I almost
management
died.
or volunteers
So-
Yes.
that witnessed any of this?
Yep. So nice guy Eddie runs the soup kitchen, and he says, "Oh, you look different now as Drifter."
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, but he's probably you've been beating up people. You've been making an effort to beat
Yeah.
up a lot of. Okay. Oh,
I don't look silver anymore.
No.
I don't look like any of that.
He says, "Oh, you're the Drifter, aren't you?"
Yeah.
He says, "Okay, these bug patrol guys. From what I've heard, they have flying jetpacks. That's the word. And they just kind of swoop down. Got these really powerful nets, and I don't know. Last attack was yesterday in the early evening, just before we were about to start the dinner hour. So it's
And it's what, midday right now?
yeah.
There you go.
So
Alright.
they might come by sooner.
Well, you're the only one left.
This is the only soup kitchen left. in
So if they're
Metro
looking
City.
for more.
Yep, and there's a fresh line of people out there, including the secret hobo too.
Secret hobo.
Yeah, that'd be a cool hero name too. It's like an ordinary person, but secretly a hobo.
Alright.
I have no job. I have no home,
By day, I spend
and I
time.
have no limits. And then I just
By day, he spends his time working. By night, he's a hobo.
yeah, he doesn't accept any wages for his work. Alright.
So, Mantis, you heard all this. He was with me, technically?
Yeah, yep. And he says, "Oh, you better be careful walking around like that. Your prime bug patrol
are
is here."
my claws showing?
That's up to you.
Pull them back into my sleeves.
Okay. So you do you have your human mask on then?
That's hard to
Drifter's
say.
thinking in
You-
his head,
you know
like,
what?
oh man.
If we're in superhero form, are you just all silver and shit?
No,
Are
I'm
you
no longer that.
He doesn't wear his outfit
I'm
anymore.
like,
He wears like a black hooded sweatshirt now.
Yeah.
He's all like
and
shady.
like I've got like a, I don't know, a bandana across my face, something that covers my face, so
the
it's not
dark,
even
the dark timeline version.
No, I think that's true. I'd
more
probably,
like the disgraced timeline
Okay.
version.
I'm gonna be bug's face out.
Okay, so
Bugged out.
he
Alright.
says, "I'm sure they'll attack you any minute now."
I'm planning on it.
Okay.
So when your claws are in your sleeves, like you just have like the ends of your wrists with like fake hands on the ends of them, or what? Like
Just baggy looking.
glued on.
Just like
Like rubber
This
hands.
seems like some human centipede type of
I just assumed he was like,
So-
oh, this trench coat was way too big.
Man,
yeah,
this-
just like a big trench coat. It's a big
How
opening.
how easily do you think he's gonna be drawn out by you being here? Do we need any other plan? I have a different plan.
Well, we need
to
a
maybe-
plan once he comes for me, like to not be captured.
Okay.
I
I have a different plan to draw him out, but you might just be enough. So
I mean, his cronies I can take care of, but I don't know. He's might be more powerful.
Alright, so Doctor, are you going to join the soup kitchen team, or are you gonna fly with Dr. Endar to Europe?
I'm gonna be doing sketchy street things.
Okay, just okay.
Whoa.
He's gonna be
Name
contributing
one.
to the crime.
Yeah.
all the crime.
I'm definitely not telling you about the bug bomb.
You told me about the bug.
That was out of the game.
You'll tell him
out of
no,
the
that
game.
was not out of
we
game.
need you in the
So
city
not
center
That was
to
not out of
monitor
game. That
the
was
situation.
established to be an in-game argument. That was like a whole team.
He's like on the street talking to bums. What is your problem with your father?
Are you German?
No, I'm an
he's
alien.
Like he's like a
He's
psychiatrist.
doing.
I'm a I don't have to be like a Freudian psychotic.
What
You
is?
could be.
What's the government's plan with this disaster zone?
They're working on it. It's like deadlocked in Congress right now. There's like different proposals.
This is like
What?
the size of like New York
Question,
City.
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah, it's a big disaster.
Would
Jesus
Drifter
Christ.
lost his job?
He
right?
did.
We
He's
know.
still
We
on.
like.
Yep.
Was there any news of anyone else losing their job or missing from
Oh.
Washington?
Okay. Well,
When I've been informed of that from the few, maybe a friend I still had.
You have no
like,
friends.
around.
Everyone has denounced you.
Well, I know.
yeah, like
Or
when you
the
were-
news. The newspaper, the Bugle.
The
The Bugle, when it
Sean,
said,
the,
like,
the news.
someone so-and-so died. One of the
Right.
great senators of...
when you were cleaning out your desk in DC, and then there's like that one guy who's always had your back, who was like, "Hate to see this happen to you." Hold on, your real name is
Stan.
Harvey Denver.
No, that was my
Oh, sorry.
that was Skeleton.
I'm Stan Stanford.
Oh yeah, okay. Stan,
Stan.
hate to see this happen to you. You should know that. Okay, we'll say it's like the district attorney of Megapolis, North Megapolis City, also just suddenly vanished.
Oh, that's weird.
Crime's been real rampant. District attorney was doing a really crappy job.
That makes sense.
Now he's gone, so
Well,
maybe they'll get a competent replacement in for him.
Yeah,
Everyone!
I think it's
That
been
is
on every
amazing!
bag. Just you guys have never seen the
Yeah,
bag.
this is crazy.
Yeah.
Have you seen
It
this?
is. I've taken a photo of it. I've distributed it.
This has
It's-
been a
yeah,
conversation of everyone that's seen that.
Yep.
so I suspected it was someone there.
So yeah, if time allows, maybe you'll look into that more. But for now, you know that there's a district attorney missing.
Okay.
Okay.
Could some sort of eminent domain deal take place
With the DA.
with the U.S. government and Metro City?
As far as like a sell-off or
Yeah. To end our industries?
would you like to arrange one?
Potentially, I'd like to discuss it.
Okay. Well, do you want to handle your Washington D.C. meeting or your Europe meeting first?
Let's get the bug bomb.
Okay. All right. So you're on your supersonic NR jet
Yeah.
heading over there. Okay.
Yeah.
See, it's not so easy, Phil. You gotta just crunch it.
I have to
While you're
admit,
holding
your
that,
opening
Thomas.
method was effective, though brutal and unexpected.
Why must he close it every time?
Because you reckon this will like
That what I did?
That's
is.
what I did.
you brute force to open
I
it
do it.
But why are you closing it? Like,
because it's fun to unclose it.
Well,
Don't.
if you
Don't
want to
talk
be
to
the
good point.
Mantis, if you want to be the prey, you want to be
The bait, you
the
mean?
bait.
The
The
prey.
prey. Well, kind of.
He
What
takes-
catches the
no.
He
predator?
doesn't expect you to make it out of this. You're not bait, you're prey.
If you're up for that, otherwise
Yes.
I have another option. But if that's what you want to do,
Well,
I could make lots of hobos be here in hope that they
Gather them.
like
That's your
it appeals
superpower?
to them.
Bring lots of
Hobo
hobos.
King.
It might be.
Okay.
Like when an energy blast comes your way, they just all pile on you to shield you. Like 30 just go flying, and they just keep reforming.
It's amazing.
That's cool.
It's the power we all wish we had.
Yep.
But if you want me to, I could do that.
Yep.
I could make them seem like there's a lot more people.
I think what we need to do is set a trap.
Bug trap.
I'm saying,
Attached. becomes the catchier E.
Well, the question is he going to even do any of his dirty work? Probably not. So we may have to catch the bug patrol and make them tell us where he is.
That's cool.
Oh my goodness.
Just see if
Because
I can
I doubt he's gonna be doing this type of thing himself.
Right.
So,
It's not easy.
like I said, if they're drawn to trying to get more bugs, if I
So I wonder
multiply or
Might be.
triple the numbers here of people here,
that just increases the numbers they'll bring.
I took it up.
correct. But that's how we get rid of more of them.
I know how to get rid of all of them.
You just use the bug bomb.
But they got jetpacks. They'll fly above it for a little bit at least.
Right. So did you guys decide a game plan at the soup kitchen?
You tell me one.
Somebody might have to take point, otherwise it could just be paralyzed by inaction.
I'm in
Yeah,
line,
no, Studs
so I'm not
set
part
up.
of there.
He's
I'm
all
not-
set up.
I'm not part
He's
of
just
there,
as-
so
yep.
I can make a lot more be there, or you're the bait. You gotta tell me which way you want to go. You got Zip and Zap 2 around.
Yeah,
They're
I
He's
got-
just carrying babies to a fight.
You're right. I got them to think about now.
House to feed.
Are you a dad of 2?
Yep. Single.
Of source. They're actually 40, but they're babies.
Rare condition.
They retain like their mental
I
intelligence?
have no idea.
I think so.
I've
I think
never
we said
asked.
they did.
I mean, does a baby's brain
I
like
think,
it has a little bit less capacity? I would guess.
I
Right?
think
like,
I'm sure they'd lose something in the
They-
process.
All right. So they're just broken individuals.
they're like, it's like some weird
Yeah.
twisted Benjamin Button thing, but then they
I mean,
regrow back again.
Babies' vocal cords like capable of
Communication.
actual speech. They just don't know how to do
I
it.
think so.
So
Does
maybe
Zip
they're
and-
talking to
Does
you.
Zip and Zap talk to me?
Do you
Talking babies. Just swearing at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
we had you make this. Wait, bro, we're gonna kill you, you jerk.
Yeah, I know. They probably hate me because they were grown men that.
I mean, you did save their
And then you
lives.
Would you
zipped
save
them
their
up.
life from that
saved 'em.
explosion?
They probably hate me.
No, they've
Yeah,
grown.
They hate Calendar for
Yep.
sure.
There's just a calendar hate group in my shop.
They're
They-
whispering.
they meet
it's
up
like his
poisoning
little,
me.
his little
They meet on
angel
Wednesday.
devil
They meet
against
on
me.
Wednesday nights to sit in a circle and
You're
say,
like-
"Why
you're
do you
like-
hate calendar?"
You're like bringing up the good
There's
points.
tons
there.
of
Turning you
meetings
against
around
me.
Calendar
That's
ruined
why he's
my
going to
life.
Europe to
This
get
is
the
Wait,
my
bug
story.
you're telling me his name is just Calendar? I hate that guy.
What the heck?
Did you do that on purpose?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
It struck me because I
Father
saw
Time, calendar.
Tom write calendar in Discord. I thought it was a typo, but now it makes sense.
It was part of, like, Thomas came up with that, I thought,
Yeah, he did.
during the character
just-
creation.
Alright, I'll make
All
a
right,
lot
just make
of
the
hobos.
call. Bring all the hobos.
Okay. Well, they're not gonna actually be there.
Do you really have a hobo summoning ability? How do
So-
you do that?
What are you doing then?
So Sean, I
Well, yeah, why?
I
He's
am
able
now.
to call the hobos because he's been spending a lot of time on the streets.
I'll do that
And they
too, but that I'm gonna do
Just make an
double.
illusion.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Well, wait, what are you doing the second time?
I'm switching.
I think what we
to,
need is thugs.
Oh, your alter
Why-
ego?
why do you
Well,
bring some thugs?
Stan
to
no
fight?
longer exists.
Okay,
Paired up
right.
with him.
So
deal
if I
with
ever
this problem.
transform, it's just generic human, like Cole Johnson, Jim
Cole Johnson.
Jackson. There is no. The alter ego is just a random person,
All right.
but with the same power. So
Okay.
so I'm less effective overall for a
Yeah.
moment, but I will create as
Alright.
many illusions as I
So
can.
Do you have any
hidden
like
hobo,
thug
more,
contacts, like henchmen?
Well, I'll do that first as the drifter. The guys I was fighting, any people I saved from gangs or anything that I was doing, I will try to get them there.
Okay, they're all
I'll
there.
be like, this soup kitchen, they're the
This
only
the
one
shit.
where you can still find
Can
food.
eat.
You gotta go there.
You don't want to die in the next week.
Yeah.
In the soup kitchen. All right. So hidden hobo, more hobos, and then bait. That's the three-part
I think
step
he's
to the-
trying not to be bait.
So just a random.
I mean, I am. Who I
Maybe
am.
my illusion will try to make him seem kind of like a hobo too.
He can do that
How are
himself.
you gonna draw the bug catcher's men here if there's no bait?
The hobos are the bait.
What's your
They're
illusion skill?
fresh bug.
6.
I can just wear
Wait,
disguise.
Don't they only go after like bug looking people?
No.
No, they make people.
They make
Yeah,
they immediately.
So why would they come here specifically?
Because that's
It's
where
the
they
only
last.
soup
It's the
kitchen
only
left.
soup kitchen
Kitchen
though.
left.
in the most.
You know what? You make a good point. Let's scratch the last 30 minutes of this and let's start over.
Bug bomb.
There you go.
Well, I'm not in there, so.
That's
Nope,
true.
you're doing street stuff.
I just want my goddamn soup.
You've been waiting patiently.
I mean, I wish we could think of something like some kind of trap. Like, do we have any powers? Like,
Do we have any powers?
Powers.
resources?
Yes, we
What
have
is-
powers. Phil's character that had no powers was
What-
killed.
What about a mini bug bomb trap?
Oh, now you're all
We
about bug
strap a bug bomb to a hobo.
How is this ethical and my plan isn't?
Hold on a second. He's gonna fly across freaking like a
like
land.
it.
to
I
Well,
get
for a,
to
like
for a city leveling bug bomb,
Alright.
this is just like a
We'll let you
bomb.
guys stew on this a little bit longer.
Oh, thank you.
Your flight is now over the European landmass. As per the meeting, you weren't given the final coordinates until you were closer. Now you've been given them.
Okay.
It seems to be just in the middle of the Mediterranean, but they confirm that the coordinates are correct. Do you
Okay.
proceed to the route?
Yes.
Okay. And sure enough, you see a small island in which a perfect facsimile of Vatican City has been constructed. And there's a nice landing pad for your ship to touch down.
I don't want him to land.
Okay.
Just keep doing circles.
Holding pattern?
Yeah.
You get a
Okay.
And I will just stretch down
Oh, nice. Okay.
by stretching 10.
Yep.
It's 10?
That's
right. Bluffing
That's
it.
right, bitch.
You really want to stop those helicopters without hesitation.
And it gives him damage resistance 10 while stretching.
Which is pretty good.
Yep. Which means if I ever want to hurt him, it has to be something that doesn't do stamina damage, but just something totally.
Pretty much.
Yep. Okay. There's a delegation at the landing pad waiting for you. They're all dressed like priests.
Mm-hmm.
God
This
damn
is
it.
shady.
And they say, right this way, Mr. Endar.
I want my pistols on my hips.
Okay.
Oh, you do have guns.
Yep.
Yeah. Never go anywhere without them.
Okay. They bring you into like basically a strange take on the Sistine Chapel, where it's not like God creating Adam on the ceiling. It's just like the Vatican carrying out various capers and schemes and stuff, portrayed in magnificent frescoes.
Okay.
Forgot all about the Vatican.
Yep. But he's reaching out to Dr. Endar here. Don't Shadow Age.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, he worked with Father Time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Yep.
It's gonna be an epic
That's right.
battle
You guys have
between
both
Callan.
worked for. Yep.
That's
Okay.
just how it is.
All right. And he's in his full like Pope's regalia on like some golden throne.
We work in a gray area.
And he respectfully genuflects at your approach, and he says, America's greatest entrepreneur here to pay a visit. How do you like my accommodations?
They are resplendent.
I understand they may not appeal to everyone's personal tastes, but I am an old soul, you might say.
I can see the appeal.
But you have come here to discuss the sale of a bug bomb.
Yes.
All right, and he has some of his henchmen pull up a projector screen showing you it inside of like some unknown hangar.
Okay.
It's a very pleasing bomb to look at. It's like this spherical shape. You see like
That's
kind of
priority one.
Yep. You see like thundering red gas clouds inside of it. The dimensions are given. He says, instant death for anyone who breathes it in without like tech level 6 gas mask. So like really hot like normal gas mask will not save you from this. And radius parameters, and he's okay with just a straight up cash transaction for it.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks fair market price of $1 billion would be acceptable. Now, with you've had some losses recently for your company, because of the
Yeah.
Investments.
it would probably cut your net worth by 1/3 to purchase this bomb. Yep. He
I
says
believe in the future of Metro City.
the future begins with a bug bomb.
Who made it?
He says a funny story that it was, and he gives a dictator of some well-known fictional country in this universe who decided he wanted spiritual solace, and so we arranged a deal. Apparently, he trusts in the Vatican for his salvation after death or something, and maybe Vatican gave him some weird spiritual powers or something in this world as well. But there was a number of arrangements, but it's come from the northern coast of Africa and refined from some desert poisonous gas that they found out there. So
it was made.
They call it the Black Wind over there. Yeah.
It was made recently.
One of his henchmen hits a few buttons on a tablet and says, "It was manufactured 11 months ago, sir."
That's good. That's good. And what about the fallout? How long does this black wind last?
That is the ingenuity of the Black Wind. Is only about a 24-hour span of it being lethal, and within 72 hours after that, it will have dissipated into the atmosphere completely.
All right, sounds perfect. So where's this hangar located?
Well, we would bring it to your vessel. We would not disclose the location of our hangar. It can be brought to this island within an hour. And loaded up, and he looks up to through a little window to see your circling ship, and he says, your ship would suffice to carry such a thing.
All right. Well, you can bring it here. We'll load it up, and then I'll pay you.
Oh, we would ask for a small assurance of your goodwill.
Assurance.
A quarter of the payment.
What do you think I'm not good for?
Well, your exploits are legendary, Doctor. We know you are no mere CEO. And this could indeed be an elaborate ruse on your part, although I would like to trust everything will go smoothly. I have not gotten this far without taking some precautions.
If I was planning to double cross you, I would have brought the rest of my team. But fair enough.
Okay.
I will pay him.
Wire transfer,
Yeah.
250. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He says, then hopefully we will get it to you within the hour. And he offers you a game of chess in the meantime.
My 3 intelligence.
But you can take your hands and
All right.
make really unnecessary movements.
He never left the doorway and he's still just doing it.
Yeah.
All right. I'll pass the time.
Okay. All right.
He destroys you.
We're gonna go back to the bug stakeout.
What are the rules again?
What's happening?
Don't need money
Okay.
to be rich.
About half an hour after you guys
Don't
have
need intelligence.
interviewed the owner and taken position, you hear a strange, hovering sound coming from above you. And there's a swarm of bug patrolmen descending down on jetpacks.
Oh my goodness.
God, I wish we were ready for this.
Yes, if only we had a plan. Yeah. All right.
Maybe
So-
we will have a plan.
Oh, nice. Best line from the Meg. Okay, so you see a dozen jetpack bug catchers right now.
Okay.
What do you guys do? The first ones are now just descending, and they've got their nets out, and they're about to start scooping hobos.
Hobos, on me. Hobos, assemble! And I like all force field.
So you want them to just get as close to you as possible, so you can just bring them into your force field.
Yep.
Okay. You start concentrating your force field. They start flocking to you. Other heroes, do you wait a bit more, or do you spring into action?
Well, I want to be captured, so I'm going to just pretend like I'm running.
Isolate
there.
yourself.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm running there, but like be like further behind the group so that like I
Okay.
don't make it.
This is a similar plan as to when you foiled Vincent Van Gang.
Yeah,
where you just
I like
get-
to get captured.
All right.
It's like
I can just shadow form out.
Yep. All right. How about Drifter?
The question is, Sean. So I
Yep.
put these up
Terrible
these
question.
illusions, right? I put up illusionary.
Yep.
hobos.
So they are not all true hobos. There are
Correct.
many false ones.
Now
as
an
well.
extra that I have on my illusions is mind control hypnosis.
Wow.
So
that's
my
quite an
normal illusion, like Phil's character, is they believe they have like no like what is it?
If
Yeah.
if it's not normally believable, kind of, or like if,
Yeah,
then,
something
then,
like
then
that.
they have to roll their awareness.
I mean,
versus
so
my
far
illusion.
it's like they certainly would believe there's fake hobos running around.
Right.
That's not
Like- like
that's
the-
not in question.
So targets treat illusions as real unless they
Yep.
have some reason to disbelieve them, in which case roll an awareness
So-
versus illusion.
So they're
Still trying
likely
to-
going to scoop up several fake ones
So
before.
I guess
they-
here's the question: is how then does extra mind control come? Only if they try
What
to
is it?
roll an
Who are you
awareness.
controlling?
I think if you're gonna try to mind control them, then you could use the mind control power as rules, but roll your illusion and instead.
Well, hypnosis is a limit that says that if they fail, I give them one suggestion.
So I would look at.
Is it your illusions that are doing the hypnotizing?
Yes.
Like, do they grab these
Yes.
fake hobos and they got like the spiraling
Well, like
eyeball?
I think, but that's what I'm saying. I think if they believe it, it's not. But if they try to like actually focus on, are they real? Or if they shoot a net and it hits one of my fake hobos, then they question reality. Then the hypnosis.
What are you
will come
trying to do
into
the
play.
mind control? What are you gonna? I guess I don't know what you're gonna do with the mind control, but you're trying to do
We need to
mind.
know where the bug catcher is, right?
All right.
So my question is: so they're clearly still, just
They're
believing
just being
in the
scooped.
illusions.
Yeah, and they're
I'm
in
staying
the process of being
hidden.
scooped.
I'm staying hidden mostly. Then.
Okay. So no one's actually taking aggression against the bugmen right now.
Correct.
You're all okay.
Well, I don't know. He said hobos.
Yep.
to
No.
me.
So he's got. What's your level force field, Thomas?
5.
Okay. So you've got about like 10 hobos surrounding you, and they're all like tight enough that your force field seems to be protecting them.
They're tight.
Yep.
Tight enough.
The rest are trying to get into the bubble, and so it's getting very crowded around you.
There's chaos.
Yep. Studs, you kind of run away. You're an easy target. You feel a net encompass you,
Okay.
and now you're like being suspended on a rod. So one of them's just like he's like
Can
flying.
he
over.
carry me?
Yes.
He's got like some kind of bug
Yep.
exoskeleton.
Or the rod itself might have like some sort of like suspension mechanic that makes it easier.
I need one of these
Yep.
rods. Like,
Um,
launching
right.
him.
He also like quick reaches in and pats like some bug wings on your back.
That's cool.
So that you can pass as a bug. All right, so Studs is already being abducted. Mert, roll 2d6.
Just a good sentence.
Yep.
For RPG.
Okay.
It's already been abducted.
Four of your
It's not the
illusions
first time
have been
this
abducted.
game.
Yeah.
Probably won't be the last time.
Common strategy.
So we've got 5.
Eventually, they're going
means-
to like catch on.
So that means 6 real hobos are now
Unless
in
we
nets.
leave no survivors.
Villains are dumb.
And it looks like they're avoiding your force field. Like one kind of drew close and bounced off, so he just diverted.
Okay.
But as of right now, you see they're all starting to fly away, content with their haul.
You follow?
Now, granted,
How?
they have 5 illusions in their
Wow.
nets, so
5 illusions.
yep,
That's not bad.
And there was like how many of them?
there was a dozen.
So
Like
there's
users.
only 5.
So
Or there's 6.
There's 6 total
Real-
real hobos.
and
You
5
and
in
5 illusions, correct?
Cool.
Alright, well, I mean, plan succeeded, right? We let him go. Let him take Studs.
Yeah.
He calls us or something.
Yeah. That's the goal.
I
forgot
forgot
my
my
cell
cell phone phone.
Alright, so they're flying off, and Shadow Mage will probably find out something good soon. Cal, your patience is rewarded. The bomb is ready. Your ship it's gonna be kind of heavy for you to lift it into the ship, but when you're stretching, you're very strong, right?
I mean, don't we have a ramp?
Oh, well, if you have it come down from the the holding.
Yeah,
plane?
I was
Okay.
gonna-
All right. Yeah. Then it lands and you can load it on
I
your
don't want
ship.
to risk like, oh gosh, and
Drop it.
drop
Oh, you killed my Narshad.
I'm gonna might kill myself.
All right. So it's secured. It's been secured by the safety straps and everything.
All right.
Vatiking is holding. He's got like this device that controls like the detonation protocols.
Should press it right now.
That would be very bad for him and his island here. So
Yeah.
yep.
Good way to
He says,
gain connects.
"You're satisfied, Mr. Endar?"
Presuming it works, yes. But I trust you.
Okay.
Are the engines still running on the plane?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will wire the money.
Okay.
And now I need the detonation.
All right. One of those monks at their like a computer tells him that the money cleared, and so he hands it over to you, and he explains all like once you start the sequence, you can also cancel it if need be. He gives you he says he can give you up to 2 detonators, or if you only want the one, that's
I'll only need the one.
okay. Well then,
And what if I drop the bomb?
he says its casing is strong, but I
Not
believe
strong enough.
He says, I believe our engineering team determined that if dropped from a distance greater than 6,000 feet, it will shatter on impact and release the gas.
Very good. Okay then. I'm glad we could do business.
Alright.
Speed.
Yeah, he improves that phrase. Yep.
Okay, I will board my plane.
It's a stupid phrase.
Okay.
Stupid people.
And your trusty pilot.
Yep.
He flies your helicopter. Your
Yeah,
jet.
yeah,
Yep,
everything.
he's your personal pilot. Okay,
Yeah.
and he begins the journey back to the U.S.
Okay. Tell me when we're about an hour out.
He's just gonna drop it without telling him.
Dr. Force,
I'll tell.
ready to make an illusion that Metro City's no longer here at all.
Okay.
So I imagine somewhere along the line we're texting Calendar saying, how's it going? How's your trip? How's it going?
Did he say anything to us?
I'm just gonna stay in Europe.
Find my
Be
friend!
safe.
Find my friend!
Yeah.
I'll write to you guys when it's safe to come here. I have my new base up and running.
Yeah.
Okay. You are flown over to the abandoned Metro City Zoo. You see, like, there's hundreds of like homeless people interred in various animal pens here, all displayed as various bug species. You're brought over to the safari zone, which still has room for plenty of more hobos to be dropped off.
Perfect.
And yeah, you're unceremoniously just dropped out of your net. You see, there's like some people who have just starved to death here. Like the conditions are pretty poor, and once they drop you guys off, there's another little like patrol of bug patrol guys who drop off food, which is just allowed for the bugs to compete over it. So you see some just immediately sprint for it and start fighting each other for it. And yeah, pretty much in your whole 360 field of vision, one time you see like little bug patrolmen flying around, and it appears like this is the central hub of operations here at the zoo.
What time of day is it?
It's sunset, so probably around 6 p.m.
Okay, I'm
6:30.
gonna wait till it's dark enough for me to like kind of freely shadow form around.
Okay. Yep. That probably need to only wait about half an hour or so more. Do you relay this update to your team, or
Yeah.
okay?
So send a quick texty text,
Okay.
a little Snapchat, so it goes away forever.
So Shadow Mage messages the Racketeers that
Did you get a buzz as you're
flying over. Yeah.
I'm sitting on my bomb.
Oh, you're gonna have a cowboy hand sit on it as you drop off.
Like, yeah!
And then just stretch away before it actually hurts you. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the text saying?
What do you want to tell them?
bug catchers located at the zoo.
Metro City Zoo.
Metro City Zoo.
Safari zone.
Good to know.
What's he doing with all those bombs?
How long?
I'm not gonna send like a million texts.
So how long have you been away?
Yeah, it's a Snapchat. It's like
How long?
one sentence.
Yeah, he
or
shows
one line.
he shows like all the hobos.
supersonic
Yeah.
plane,
So,
so I don't know whatever Ziggy said.
as far as how long it's gonna take.
Yeah. Well, how long have I been gone, and how long is it
Oh.
gonna take?
Yeah, I mean, you're just beginning your return journey by the time this is happening. So
Okay.
you're flying over the Canary Islands right now. Yep.
I do have things to do before he's
Bomb
back.
ID?
Or right.
Well, all the Canaries.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Mantis, you gotta be there somewhere. The bug catcher.
Yep.
It's just us, man. I do text Dr. Ford, I Snapchat, and I'm like, I take a picture of myself, and I'd be like, where you at, bro?
You're asking me?
Yeah!
Okay.
That was the point.
I know you like to do street stuff.
Yeah, my
Shady
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 street
stuff.
stuff will have been trying to get people to evacuate the city.
That's real shady,
Okay,
man.
What else?
What kind of hero are you?
Well, no, I mean that's. I'm more interested in why are you telling them to leave the city?
Because our whole team, last I know, had a big argument about dropping a bug bomb
Oh my.
on the city.
God.
It's gonna be chaos in the streets,
I'm
man.
gonna have to kill all of these people now.
Well, I mean,
You purposefully doomed them.
the moment
Why would you do such a thing?
the moment we
Hold on,
split,
you
I
don't
started
know
doing my shady street
That he
stuff.
did that.
You don't,
yeah,
you don't
but
know.
once I hear people
What did the people?
rumoring on the internet, like, oh, I hear Cal Endar.
You think there's
media.
internet in this city anymore?
That's true.
In the
There's
world,
not even plumbing
There
going
might
on.
not
they're
be.
gonna go to a new city.
It takes one person with internet.
Yep.
Well,
There's a Mr. Universe.
The-
Well, it'll be a conspiracy theory at first.
Like,
And what do you think all the
doesn't
cell
have a
towers
cell
and stuff
phone?
got destroyed?
Yeah,
Like,
they have a cell phone.
it's
That's
not like
they
it's
come
not
from
like
space.
I am a superhero, and I'm doing a superheroic thing, which is to try to save these people from what I believe is
no, that's
man
fine.
who's
I
going to
didn't.
kill them.
I didn't agree with it.
What
Maybe
do you-
just
what do
like
you do-
all these
what do you-
phrase
what
it
do you
better
do-
next
what did you
time.
do with your
Do you
hostage?
tell us that you're
No,
doing
well,
that?
No.
what I did with
That's
him was
shady.
I was going to brainwash him basically into my religion, but that's sort of separate from.
Wow, what a hero.
I need a hero.
You turn people into babies and explode them.
That's true.
They can still talk.
Dust.
I mean, these Zip and Zap could live a healthy life
Zip
now.
and Zap have some interesting
Right,
philosophies.
Yeah.
You also.
I'm also
like,
curious,
Damn the whole Racketeer
Doctor.
thing.
What's your
We've taught me a few
brainwashing
things.
method? Is it just like a
Um,
hypnosis routine?
Yeah,
or like,
basically, I mean, I'm a psychiatrist, so I do know something of the human psyche. So
Yep.
combining that with illusions and psychedelics,
just prey on their fears and
yeah,
desires.
and their hopes. I mean, my
And their dreams.
yeah.
And
my
all their
my
thoughts.
cosmic religion
on
is
the
not
table.
an angry one.
No.
It's-
Okay.
I'm angry.
Okay. We'll say you have one devout convert so
okay.
far.
And yeah, basically, I'm just gonna try to go through the city and get people to leave it
All right.
using illusions, whatever.
Get
methods I
out,
can
are
do.
you-
Oh, so you give him a vision of the
Of,
bug
like-
bomb going off.
Yes.
He's
Okay.
very like.
Whatever I can do
He's
to
got a
save these
Hitler
people.
reign of terror type of thing going.
I have anything but.
Like the horrors of. He shows him visions of Cal Endar making everyone
Yeah, no,
babies.
right. I know this like Endar Enterprises, the jet, and then like the bomb just has his face on it.
I don't tell people who's gonna be dropping
Okay.
this bomb.
You said
Just that
your
there's a
group.
Yeah, you said,
You
our
said the
group.
Racketeers.
We were arguing about dropping a bomb on the
Yeah,
city.
that's
sounds
what we
cool.
were doing. I'm not telling people we did that.
Oh, I thought that's what you were asking you. I thought
No,
that's what you were
that's why we-
telling
I
me.
mean,
Well,
th-
then
no,
okay,
I mean
fine.
that's why I'm doing it because I do have a
Oh,
strong
yeah,
belief
yeah.
that you're gonna blow everything
We
up.
thought you actually were telling.
Yeah,
them
me
that
too.
the
I thought
Racketeer
you
had-
asked him like why, like
No, they
what's
wouldn't
the
trust
reason
me
he's
then.
giving the hobos.
Yeah, that's true.
And I
Oh
think-
no, I thought you were
Is that
saying
what
what's
you
I
the
think
reason
all he
that I'm
meant to
doing
say
it.
was that he's just warning them there's going to be a
Okay.
bomb.
Like that there's a
Yeah.
villain gonna be
All right,
dropping.
well,
a
And that
bomb.
works.
That's
that
better.
works.
All right.
Okay, I
Fine.
thought you guys were angry at me for saving the city. Like
No.
Jesus Christ.
Well, no, I'm
For
trying to
blaming
save
us.
the
No,
city.
you're like
thought-
throwing the blame. It sounded like you were
Yeah,
throwing
you
the blame
throw
on
it.
it.
Yeah.
Everybody
Okay, I
saved
thought
the
you guys
city.
were asking me why I'm doing it. I thought that was pretty straightforward. Why I'd want to save these people.
No,
All right,
I'm
Mantis.
with you.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
not.
you fly?
I'm trying to save the city too.
These wings are vestigial.
Yeah, I'm not.
Maybe if you rolled differently.
Yeah.
And if I pick up followers,
You just got to steal
I
one of the
mean,
bug
do we
patrol
need to
jet
fly?
packs.
Oh, we should have killed at least one bug catcher.
I thought about it.
Damn it! Why didn't we think of any of this?
I thought about it. I was like, should I? No, because that like immediately blow my cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I thought
It's on
about
us.
killing
I
the one
didn't
that was
want-
dropping
and
me off.
I thought about it
too.
too, but then I felt like they'd think like we made this trap for them and they'd know we were in. This way they don't know.
Yeah, we were just.
They
Well, I
like
mean, I
you-
created a force field.
You did,
They, I mean,
and they just avoided it.
yeah, they probably.
There was enough hobos to go around.
Yeah, I think if you would have killed one, they probably would have just flown
Well,
off and
I
left.
can fly there, but if you can't, that defeats the purpose.
You can fly?
Yeah.
How?
I had 2 minor achievements, so I took my determination down and added an extra to each of my powers.
You have a power of flying?
Well, fire, I can fly. It's an extra.
What?
Yeah. Fire can become that.
Human
so I can
Torch
fly.
can fly. Did
You
you
can fly that.
Right.
Can I just jump on your back?
I'm not on
You
fire,
might
but
take
I'm gonna
stamina
try
damage.
it. I'm gonna jump on his back. And you're like, let's just try it. Like, get us.
so obviously I changed back to the drifter during all this time, Sean.
Okay.
Because I'm no longer the other guy.
Yep.
The random. All right, if you want to try that, you got zip and zap.
And
or
I'll-
are you gonna
I'll-
leave them somewhere.
Well, they're in
the baby.
their room, their cradle.
The cradle. All right, man.
I mean,
You're just helpless
I'm
to
gonna
escape.
concentrate.
Let's try and do this.
I'm gonna concentrate on my force field as well. While
Okay.
this
I
is
like
going on.
that.
Yeah.
It's
With the
protecting.
force field, I think you'll be able to protect yourself from
That's
the fire
true.
damage.
That's true.
Do you want? Is the doctor also going to try to ride?
Doc, are you joining?
Where are you?
So far.
We gotta go. We told you the Savara zone of the zoo is where bug
I'm
catches.
still
can take the
I'm
ball.
still trying to evacuate
He's-
people.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
I'm
on-
also gonna be trying to find if there's any like mental power users around the city, just like to help me out.
Hidden
like,
heroes.
Yeah, sure. Especially
Okay.
with mental powers to like try to help
Be
like,
under-
convince
be
people.
underground.
Yeah,
All the mentals.
you know the mentalists.
All
Try,
the mentals.
well, it'll
should
be
go
more
to the
effective.
asylum.
More effective to like force people to leave like than like convince them most of the time. You know.
I can do that. Just a touch.
That's called.
No, I really can. I can influence them.
That's
That's
assault.
actually my power.
Oh. Oh,
You want me
you have
to.
mind control.
Out of game. That's his power.
That's your power.
You make you do.
In game. No, out of game. All right, we're flying.
Yep. Yep. You protect yourself from the fire damage. As you guys approach.
This is quite the scene.
Yep. As you guys get like onto the outskirts of the zoo, and this is about 5 minutes before he'll have full shadow movement open to him. There's like a big line of bug patrol that form up in defense as this unknown flying object approaches the zoo.
In front of the zoo.
Yep. So they formed like a nice line
You just
formation.
fly over them. Are they in the air?
Like
Yeah,
on
they
the,
are.
You
They all
call
jump
with all the
packs.
jetpacks.
Yep.
I said, can we fly over them?
Murder UFO.
He is now.
To
I
them.
guess.
Identify
Do they
flying
actually have
object.
like they have the net, right?
You've seen them use the net.
Okay.
You don't know if they have other armaments because the nets were fine for what they needed earlier, but now you're attacking their home turf, so
Sure.
could be different.
Hive mind.
What?
Like the hive mind with the bug catcher of some sort. I guess we'll try to fly over them.
They have jetpacks. They'll just go up
Yeah.
with you.
That's when the windows explode from like the frequency.
All their eardrums pop and die.
Alright.
Do we land? I feel like we're in a better position to fight from the ground.
Yeah, of course. I agree.
Let me off, and then like
You could
slow
jump
down.
from back to back.
Yeah,
Jump from his
let me
back.
at him. Let me at him. I'm
Alright.
not
Let me at him.
So
It'd be cool if you did it mid-air.
start,
Jump off his back.
Sean,
onto
I
their
definitely do like I go up and then I start diving and let it like I'm trying to momentum him like off of me.
Okay, what's the level of your firepower?
6.
Okay. Let's get a power roll for like the control and speed of your descent.
8.
Okay. And then Thomas, you're just gonna detach like
Yep. I
Yep.
wanna lunge and slash.
so like attack them as you're detaching.
Yep.
Okay. That's pretty cool, but that's very athletic.
The
So,
old London slide.
Is there a stunt involved?
well, stunt doesn't just mean like doing a stunt.
Oh.
It's a little bit different from that. We haven't utilized stunts very often. Let me look at your.
I'm not sure what they are. I don't know if I have any. Do you have to have them, or can you just do them?
I think you can.
Is that what these are for?
To like do.
That I never
It's
do.
like to use
Yeah.
your power in a way that's not
Right.
normally.
So like if you wanted to like if you wanted to use your strike power, because I think that's pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
without having to worry about the aerodynamics, I think you could spend a fate point here to make it a stunt.
All right.
All right, so let's get a strike roll then.
8.
Okay, so the jetpack bug patrol didn't even distinguish you as a separate target, since you just suddenly detached from this fireball that's now rapidly descending. So you catch them off balance, or catch them off guard, and your coordination in the air is basically controlled with the force of your great strike, and so you just take down one guy with each claw straight through them as you descend, and they just go their little jetpacks just fly away. So they might explode or crash somewhere. And
Are these humans?
they appear to be humans. Yes,
Okay.
they're wearing like big bug catcher masks. So it's like, think of like those World War I gas mask type thing. Like that's kind of what our headgear looks like. And after you eliminate 2 of them, the others are kind of reforming up, or they're changing their formation as they attempt to.
How long of a fall do I have to the ground?
What would your cruising altitude have been, Merc?
15.
200 feet.
I have no idea.
10,000.
6,000 feet?
I wouldn't permit like
6,000
anything
feet,
less
that's a good number.
than. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
you were in Metro City, and so
100.
Right, past buildings, you know.
I'd say 500 feet seems reasonable, because that allows you to bypass any small structures and just going around what skyscrapers remain on your way over. And the zoo isn't in the heart of the downtown, but there's still a good number of like mid-range buildings like on the way there. So, all right, you are going to need to think about how you're going to do your landing here.
I just concentrate.
On your force field?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what else I can do. I try to use my vestigial wings to slow my descent.
How long do you think it would take him to fall 500 feet? Actually, probably he launched
Maybe
higher, maybe a little bit. Well, sure. I guess
not that much higher.
510.
I mean, probably about 4
I
seconds.
mean, I can
Yeah,
jump pretty far, like 50 feet?
Super.
No. What? I don't know. Whatever.
Why can you jump 50 feet?
Bug legs.
You don't have bug legs.
That's what.
I have a bug appearance.
He's got a bug.
That
body.
doesn't mean anything.
I know. You're right. And in this case, that'd be bad for me. So I hope I don't jump that high.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be worse.
Give me a force field roll.
Roll that beautiful bean for
Yep.
me. That's
6.
Okay.
that's still better than what I can
It
roll.
shatters, like, or the force field dissipates when you hit, and you take 3 stamina damage.
That ain't no thing.
Oh, you'll be alright.
That is so much stamina for me.
It depends.
That's why I'm
Like
always
this
in
way.
shadow for him.
And then you just kind of like,
No, actually, I
Or
rocket
just-
myself back at them.
oh, you're gonna go back up.
So it's literally, imagine that I went down, he jumped, he took 2 out, I
Yep.
saw them reforming, I zoom back off, and as I'm getting to them and they think I'm going to, the fire powers turn off, and I touch 2 of them.
Whoa.
Just grab them.
Yep.
Are they
Okay.
gay now?
He's
Or what happened?
Are they gay?
So this is for
So
mind
I
control.
energy.
They just
Oh,
start-
energy
Did they
drink,
like
okay.
it?
So I don't know if you want me to roll 1 for each
Give
of
me,
them?
give me a coordination.
Okay.
It's because doing this maneuver. What was it?
6.
Okay.
Right, do you have energy drain mind control as well?
Influence. It is mine.
All right. What do you wanna prioritize? Grabbing both of them or maintaining a stable flight pattern?
Grabbing.
Okay.
Because it just needs to be a touch.
All right. Yep. You get both of them, but the way that they're like their jetpacks are, you're now like kind of free falling,
Sure.
but you're holding on to them.
Okay. So I'm pulling them down with me pretty much.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the energy drain would happen.
Yes, it would.
All right. You want me to roll?
No. What's the level of the energy?
6.
Okay, so I think it's just 6 to both of them, right?
Prowess versus will. Yes. The extra. No, prowess versus will.
Okay. Nope. Then yeah, we got to do our roll off then.
Roll off.
So. Yeah. So it's my energy drain versus their willpower. I don't think I have to roll. I think you just have to roll.
Okay,
no,
sure.
wait. Shoot, how does this work? How does it test?
Let me double check.
I think I rolled a dice and add my
It's been a
energy
while
drain
since-
level.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's with the weird way powers work, how they
Sure.
all kind of have different nuances. It can be tough to remember. Like, okay, energy drain. There's- Okay, so normally it would be a prowess test to touch, but since this
We
is
did the
different, I did
coordination
coordination
in
instead. Yep. So then you test your energy drain versus their willpower.
Is it even a roll? It's just what their natural willpower is then? Is that what it is?
Yeah, no, they get to roll, you get to roll.
Okay. Alright. 10.
Okay. Their base willpower is a 3.
Okay.
But they rolled a 6.
Okay.
Actually, I'll do one of each. So.
You want me to do one of each, or you want?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say the first left guy
was a 10 that you got.
Both 10.
Okay. The second one was a 5, so much worse for them total.
Total.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do 1 stam and then 5 stam of damage.
And I get now I have storage, so I get over HP stamina 6
It's like a
extra.
speed run thing. Yeah.
So now I have 15 stamina.
Okay, you're getting
5 fucking total.
What?
That doesn't change.
Yours says 5?
Yes.
Man.
Total 5.
And now I have
Just
the,
laugh.
and now the mind control, the influence.
Alright.
Well, at least you'll die.
So then
Shoot in wind time.
This is shadow form, motherfuckers.
Well, and it only fades at 1 point per minute.
Yeah.
So that's like nothing.
Nothing.
Like if you just keep touching people, you could store.
well, yeah.
Just don't stop.
Well, it's over your usual maximum stamina equal to the energy drain. So my energy level is 6.
Yeah.
So 6 is the maximum limit
Oh,
storage.
max storage.
But still,
Yeah, you
like,
can top it off.
I can
all
keep
the time.
topping it
Yeah,
off
right.
all the time.
Okay, cool.
So then, and I think the mind control is another prowess versus will roll. So they're both prowess versus
Got
will.
flipping somebody else.
So now I'm doing a prowess versus will against both of them
Okay.
again. So not energy drain level, but
Yep.
prowess. So I roll a 12, and I rolled an 11.
You're dead.
Okay, that's opposing
Their willpower
a
roll.
6 and a 5. So both are massive successes. So
That's the bad one. That means they're like mine.
yep. I mean, it's good for you. It's good for you.
That means like they're under my. I don't
All right.
have to
What do you want to command them to do then?
knock. Well, he already fell, right?
Break their knee.
Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's made impact.
Shatter with a ring.
How many? Can I gauge how many other
It's
bug
really
patrol?
Oh man, like in the whole zoo area, there might be as many as like 50 of these guys, but like in the defensive line, they had 15.
Okay.
2 he killed,
2.
and you've mind controlled another 2.
2. Okay.
Yep.
So we've got 9 left. I need you to bring your friend.
You mean 11?
Yeah, 11.
Yep.
11.
Math hard.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
I need you to bring your friend, your other bugs down. That'll be
Don't-
your-
Do you know if they call themselves bugs?
No.
All right. Well, they understand what you desire for them to do.
Okay.
All right. But now you are kind of falling too. So
Okay.
You told them that mid-fall.
he did
Yeah.
Badass.
right through. It's mental communication because he's touched him. Yep.
So much
Real connection.
All right.
yes.
What's your landing strategy then?
Flame on.
Whoa.
All right.
Really just sums up your character, doesn't it?
Alright, just give me a fire roll quick.
Okay. 12.
Okay. I'm gonna say you take no damage, but you're gonna be stable on the ground, so you're ready to relaunch again.
Fine.
Okay.
That's good.
And so you're pretty close to your buddy.
Okay. You good? Alright.
Alright, and the two guys you mind controlled, you see them like giving like hand signals to their friends. And now this like clump is starting to like descend. Yeah, descending down.
Blast him.
Ask them?
Blast them.
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm gonna do.
In
Okay.
the ass.
What is
Flame bomb.
blast?
That's shooting.
What is speed?
Is this like an AoE thing?
No, it's just shooting fire.
Oh, okay.
When fight done.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Just
You're
gonna
really
aim for the.
slow at killing people. Like, if you just got some guns.
I don't have tons of hands and.
I don't have tons of hands. I only shot 2 guns at one time.
I don't know.
We had all your toes like flying around.
Yeah.
That was in the final battle where I didn't use any guns.
That's true.
Yeah, you had all your fingers and your toes.
I mean, that's a different strategy.
gross.
But he just got some guns.
Okay.
Get guns.
I feel like he's the one who needs guns more than I do.
I
I
can't-
have
I-
guns. My
I
hands
can't
are
hold
guns.
I can't hold guns.
Jeez.
That is the great.
All right. Well, they're
the
descending.
greatest problem.
And you're gonna fire blast in the center of mass.
Yeah.
And Thomas, are you gonna attempt to like leap slash? Or...
Yeah, if they're close enough, yeah.
Okay, I mean they're just
If
sending
they're
pretty
dive
If
rapidly.
I use my
Yeah,
powerful bug legs to jump up to meet them,
Okay.
I have my burst strike, which I actually don't know how many I can hit with that.
Burst strike.
Burst strike.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that?
That's an extra.
That's an extra on strike.
Yeah.
All right. Take a quick look.
It's probably like swiping, like cleaving, like
It is a slash.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you target up to 5 with burst.
Okay.
Because they are in close quarters. They're in like a nice tight clump for you. You gonna blast first, or you gonna let him jump first?
Him jump?
Well, he's like jumping for a melee, and you're
Me
shooting
jump.
a fireball.
I'm gonna
so-
have him jump first.
Okay.
Why? So you can blast me first.
Like when he's at the peak of his jump.
Propel him!
Maximum damage.
Blow him right out of the
It
sky.
reminds me of the death of Big McLarge.
Jesus.
I found out.
Indiscriminate.
I got a 7.
Oh my god.
And then we
Phil,
find out he
hold
had
on.
fire resistance or something like that.
I'm not.
Didn't you find that out later that Big McLarge would have
I
never
found out
died?
that his abilities wouldn't actually hit me.
Yeah. So it was a false.
Death.
That whole thing should have been a full reset,
Yeah.
basically. But
Terrible.
he was
It's the only
just
time I've ever played Big McLarge.
Big
You should play him again.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we do D&D ever again in the
It doesn't
future.
have to be D&D.
I know.
He can
Okay.
exist elsewhere.
You got 7.
True.
7. Yeah.
Okay.
He cannot.
Anywhere. You leap up. You start your slashing. You start cutting into a few of them. Blood is flowing. However, even before his fire blast is going to hit, they did see you jump up, and those two guys just ordered the descent. They can't control the other guys not defending themselves.
Of course.
So you see several of them have like these weird little like pumps on their arms, and they're going. And you see like this pink gas just like spurt into your face.
This
Oh,
city
no.
deserves to be bombed.
Do I have time to concentrate?
For a force field?
Yeah.
Force it out.
Boy,
I'm a master of mental resistance.
He's a master.
of mental resistance. Okay, I mean this is a like a physical attack
Like
because
it's
it's
a mental response.
yeah.
I concentrate with my mental.
You can give me an intellect challenge.
Challenge you to some intellect.
7.
Okay. You breathe in some of the fumes, but are able to force field away or activate the force field for most of it.
Okay.
You take 2 stamina damage from the poison.
Goodness.
Okay, And then you see his force field up, and he's starting to descend back because he just jumps, so he doesn't have like a propulsion system.
Now's the
Did
time
he
to
jump
fire
pretty
ball.
high?
He did,
I mean,
but now
pretty
he's,
high.
I mean, not
Bug
enough that he's gonna hurt himself.
Oh, that's
Last hit.
okay.
You're gonna
Rid
need
of
to
the
shoot.
bug.
It's like now or never to shoot before they get too low.
I will
for the,
do that.
Okay.
11.
Nice. All right. There's you shoot into this mass of guys,
Descending
Yep.
together.
and it triggers like their little gas systems. And so there's just this tremendous explosion of fire and pink gas.
Nice. Are my 2 friends still good?
One of them is like not totally dead. Like you see him like, kind of like fly away from the thing.
Not
Because you didn't tell him to suicide. Like
No.
self-preservation.
I wasn't
still
even
operates.
telling them to really. I was just telling them to tell their. I wasn't even.
Yeah, no, and
trying-
they did. They descended down as you asked.
I
but-
said land.
Yeah,
Come
should have
to
had
me.
them like attack each other.
He's
But
the only one left.
above both you and Thomas, there's this growing pink cloud from all their exploded tanks that they had for their arm pumps.
Can your force field protect us from that?
It's our best shot. What do I feel like after inhaling that pink?
Oh, like your insides are burning and your body is just doing everything to expel it. So you're sweating, you're bleeding out of your eyes a little bit.
Oh
You're feeling
my
That's a
nauseous.
sample of the bug bomb.
It is right. Yep.
The aftermath of the $20 Taco Bell.
I think we should try to
Just
get out.
expel it at all costs.
Is there anywhere to go? Like, try to blow a hole in the ground.
Why don't you just
Oh,
run
yeah.
in any direction?
Is there? Yeah.
Does it look like that would work? Can we
Yeah,
run from
does
it?
Does
Yeah,
it look like
I
blowing
mean-
a hole in
I mean, it's not expanding like
try to get
at an
deep.
infinite rate of speed. I mean, if you're fast, you
Oh
might be
yeah,
able
it's
to run
just
it.
kind of.
It's just
yeah,
try
it's-
to get out of
it's
here.
running, yeah.
Try
Alright.
to get out of here, but I'll be concentrating as well.
Well, is the so now the patrol's gone, going forward towards the zoo more?
You,
This was
you
like
basically destroyed their initial defensive wave, so now there still are bug patrolmen around, but you're kind of free to enter deeper into the zoo now. There's no
Let's get in there.
We need to go into the zoo, so
Yeah.
we go towards that.
okay, deeper into the zoo.
Deeper into the
All right,
Hold on, are there bug catcher remains?
yeah,
Can I get a mask? You said they wear like a
they
bug catcher
they do
mask,
wear they do
or like
wear-
a overall mask.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it looks like a World War I era gas mask, but it's got like red paneled glass instead of the
Does
old
it
cheap.
seem like I could pretend to be one?
Well, you just put on a suit.
All right, I'd like to. I'll drag one.
You're gonna
along.
need some help with the sleeves because of your hooks, but if he's willing to help you,
Yeah,
And
let's
the
drag
one guy who survived, I tell him to meet us deeper into the.
he does deeper.
I've named him Clyde, the bug patroller.
He probably has an effing name.
He probably
He
does.
was a
yeah.
human being.
There was a lot of them though. Their names.
I name you.
He belongs to him.
I
now.
name you
I guess you
Clyde.
can call him whatever you want because it's under your
Yep.
goddamn gay touch.
Okay.
Yep.
A gay touch.
Whatever works.
You and Clyde live
Is
that your happily character ever name?
Yeah, we should get. Yeah, so we should get 2 suits in here. We should pretend to be bug catchers for ultimate penetration.
Bug patrollers.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Just say the end part of that sentence.
What?
I feel like.
For ultimate penetration,
Yeah.
did you say?
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, I know. Just
I
give
feel like this is gonna make your escape from this pink smog very difficult.
I have to try. So I'm
Okay.
gonna drag. I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna think. I'm gonna
I'm
concentrate.
gonna pull, think,
Hold
and
thing,
concentrate.
riding and reaching.
It's the
My freaking life.
classic scenario.
I-
All right.
So Clyde meets us deeper in, and you're. I'm
Yeah,
running
he
that
does.
way.
It's just deeper.
Are you
gonna
suiting
pull a
up
body?
too?
You should.
Every minute.
Mantis is telling you to.
Comes closer.
I just say you should
No,
get
we
in on
have to
this.
stay
But
Clyde.
I'm just
Well,
pulling one, so I mean,
We
he
only
does what he
have
does.
Clyde only has one suit for us right
The
now.
teammates
but you
argued
grabbed one
with
that-
That's what I did. So I'm dragging one. Yep.
No point
Alright.
asking them.
So I asked Clyde for his suit.
Enough talk.
For him to surrender his suit to you?
Yeah.
This was
Okay.
my beloved.
Yeah, find out what's under there.
Just his mask, maybe.
Rather see it
I wanna
destroyed
see what's
completely
under
than
the
in its
mask.
current state.
See what's
That's
under
right.
that suit.
Clyde, who were you before?
And he's like some normal looking guy.
Oh, Clyde.
What did you expect? Clyde.
A monster.
Yep. Alright, He hands you the mask as like the smoke just comes down around him. He's like, you see him dying.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Fine.
We're heroes.
I couldn't help this right now.
Never forget.
I take the jetpack off of him
Okay.
and I put it on Mantis.
Yep. All right.
Now Mantis has a jetpack.
I thought
Yep.
Did you take the jetpack?
I thought I
from the
drank my own suit. So do you have your suit from
other?
Cal?
He
Clyde?
Yeah, you just needed his help with the sleeves because of your
Okay.
hooks.
Yep.
Just like
But he has a jetpack.
So now
on
are we
too.
both in disguise?
You guys
Just
are
like
both bug
take a
catcher
man's
suits.
life
Okay.
slowly and force
Alright.
him to feel it,
Yeah.
to be able to stop it.
Studs, the sun.
He's
the
like
sun-
walking forward and you're just like, nope.
The sun
Stop
is
him,
set.
like, in
You
a
see,
cloud.
like on the far side of the zoo, there was like some sort of confrontation, but then you saw like this big fireball and this big like plume of purple smoke. So you just have an interesting view, and now you're free to move with impunity.
Okay, so I want to look for where, if I notice a lot of these bug catchers, people leaving like a main building, I want to head towards there.
Okay, so you're gonna see like if there's a hub for their various
Yeah.
patrols. Okay, you've had plenty of time to observe while you've just been hanging out as a hobo. So, yep, you definitely notice the aquatic center is like one of the largest complete structures in the zoo, and seems to be the hub of where they're launching and lowering in. So,
That's where I shadow form to.
okay. Okay, you're completely undetected. You've got shadows everywhere.
I hope that's the movement your character made.
Yep.
I'm a waving
The
shadow.
once you go into the aquatic center itself, there are lights on inside of there, so it will be a bit tricky. But if you move slow enough, right now you're noticing there's still enough shadows for you to keep.
I feel like
yeah.
aquariums are rather dark.
Right. I'm not, but it's not quite the perfect shadow cover that you had before. But like like in entrances and exits, they have like kind of like these floodlights out.
Okay,
But like
well,
yeah.
staying in shadow form is my only priority.
Okay.
Well, I should say number one priority.
All right.
So I will move at the slowest pace necessary.
Okay. Yep. You see, there's like hobos inside of the fish tanks that have just drowned long ago. Some have like fake gills and scale suits that have done nothing to help them in this new.
This man is absolutely dying immediately. This guy's effed up.
Yep. And it looks like one of the large tanks in the center has been drained. And there's like a control center set up in here where you see
Oh my god.
many bug patrol guys, all wearing their signature suits. Though right now they're not flying; they're just kind of like working at terminals or like tending to herding some hobos about. And in the middle of this area, yes, you do see, and like a man in a suit of bug patrol armor that looks particularly fancy, and maybe he's even a bit bigger than some of the other guys, but he looks like he could either be bug catcher himself or like maybe one of his lieutenants or captains. So
Okay.
I'd say also from that view you have of the emptied out area inside the aquatic center, you count about 20 or so hostiles, and like double that many just hobos being like put into water tanks and such.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think if it would be better to purchase the city before or after I bomb it.
Purchase it?
Cheaper
Yeah.
after.
Who you
Yeah.
buy it from?
If they allow it to be sold afterwards, it could become like some
Memorial.
national memorial or something.
So there's
What
like,
if they do that
they're
after
all
you buy it, and
20
then
of
like
these
it's all that
people are
money is just
inside the
wasted?
Who would you
emptied
buy
out
it from? The
area.
federal government?
Yeah, it was probably
Yeah.
like a
I mean,
whale
who
tank
owns
or
a
something.
city?
It's
Okay.
like a really
Hey,
big.
can
I
I
just wanna
buy
know.
the city? Like, okay, then immediately
But
after
I
they
want
just
the-
the distance of fucking
people
bomb.
probably
the
still own
underground
all their
portion
own
of that.
houses.
That's
when
when
I
the
actually get
domain comes
You're
in.
in like
The
the
government
tunnels,
decides
like where you'd be able to like
that
view the
there's
different
a good
exhibits.
reason for
So
them
it
to
would
just take
you'd
it
be able to
from
find a
them.
way
Right,
pretty
they
soon
won't
into
purchase
that
it.
tank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
Well, it's a disaster zone.
No, there's
But I
gotta
don't
be an
want it to be
observation
made too
like
much of a
deck
disaster.
above it where like they would put on shows with the whales, right? Where there's like bleachers. I would imagine.
Yes,
That's
there's
where-
a
that's where I
viewing
wanna-
area.
That's
Yep.
where I want
Is
to
there
go.
any
The
precedent
viewing
for
area
that? I feel
above
like there's
the
disasters in the U.S. and
Okay,
Government doesn't
you're there.
take everyone's.
Not on that scale.
Before I
But,
go
like,
inside to the bleachers,
Foxconn
can I look for like?
Here in Wisconsin, to build that,
Oh,
they had eminent domain come in to just like buy a bunch of property off of people.
You talking about Foxconn?
Yeah,
Yep.
and they gave them really shit prices for it because they said the land was blighted.
That's a really calendar.
Right.
That's funny.
So if I can get on the horn to Washington and rush a deal through before I get back to Metro City.
Okay.
A couple hours.
You want to have a teleconference?
Just
Yeah.
pay off an inspector to say this land is blighted.
All right. We're
Well, it
after
actually
Studs.
Yeah, I mean the land is blighted.
Yeah. After I'm
kinda
done
is,
with
and-
Shadow Mage,
Okay.
we're gonna go to that teleconference.
I want to like I don't know,
There's, like,
find
some
some
stock
rocks
thing
and
I can
pebbles and
manipulate.
like chuck them across
Blackmail,
the other
man.
side.
Blackmail.
I feel like I'm not
Okay.
smart
There's
enough.
like a
to
distraction.
A little noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 and
I probably have
There's
a good
plenty of
broker.
rubble, like because
Yeah.
from this drained
So,
area,
I'm
some
gonna
of
have
like
to
the
talk to
decorative
these
like seafloor has been
Yeah.
loose, so you're able to just scoop that up. So
Yeah. And then I want to basically chuck it like
Salt
outside the
brokers.
aquarium so
Okay.
like people leave.
give me a prowess.
Yeah.
Just for the because you're doing a throw, and that's what prowess governs.
That's
Basically.
fine. I suck at everything.
Okay.
7. That was a good roll.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. You get the desired effect. I mean, you see about like 5 of them leave to go check that out.
Okay.
And apart from that, it seems like bug catcher or whoever the big bug guy is insistent that those who are at like monitors and stations keep working on it, but most of his extra security are going to check that
Set
out.
up like a huge fundraiser for the city.
A GoFundMe.
Yeah, go fund me to rebuild the city,
All right.
and the money will just go to me.
That's like the vast majority of GoFundMe.
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay, nice. Okay, so you've distracted a few
So
of
I
them.
want to shadow form over to where I made the distraction, since there wasn't too many of them.
Okay.
And I want to try to find kind of like a blind spot where I can like grab someone and do some damage to them real quick. And
Okay.
go back into shadow.
So you'll leave shadow form to materialize, get your hands on them with your aura attack, and then pop right back.
Yep, because it's all instant now.
Very nice. Well, yeah, that's you'd have plenty of opportunity to wait, and then eventually, yes, you get a perfect situation where one guy is kind of chucking one corner, and then
Yep.
okay. And what's your base aura damage?
5, because it's
Okay.
just my power level.
All right. These guys are fairly buff. One round is not quite enough to kill him. Do you want to maintain contact until he's incapacitated, or just do your quick hit and then go back?
No, I maintain contact.
Okay. You do incapacitate him. Like before he did go down, he was magical. Like, oh, like he tried spraying behind him because he could tell something was happening. So he shoots a little plume of gas. You're in shadow form before that'll even hit you. But a few of them are kind of like investigating the corner where you got that guy. But he's down.
That's fine.
Okay.
Actually, are they like looking over this
Yeah.
way?
Yep. They're investigating because one of their bug patrolmen just went down in this corner for no reason they can understand.
Okay. Then I'll go back. I'll stay in shadow form then if they could see me.
Okay.
Are they all just 5 looking around?
Well, I mean, eventually they might probably gonna move the guy away from the corner, maybe report in, but they spend about 1 minute kind of observing that.
I just kind of want to rinse and repeat, keep looking for openings on one person.
Okay. So just get as many as you can over time by just ambushing. Okay, I'll say that's your MO, and again, it's gonna take about 2 rounds each time, but unless he gets a really lucky shot off, you're going to be able to just dodge that each time. So, okay, with that as your MO, we'll come back.
Yeah.
You're
aboard your plane.
You're the teleconference. I'm gonna call my stockbroker.
Okay, you call Randy Sell.
Good.
Yep.
And he's like, he's on the level, right?
I
What
mean,
does that mean?
He's on my level, right?
The spectrum.
so like he's in like your full confidence,
Right,
Is what
that's
you're
right.
saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah,
wouldn't
of
have a
course.
shitty stock.
No, no.
Okay. All right.
Multi-billionaire with a shitty stock.
Yes, Mr. Endar.
I received a tip.
All right.
Something quite disastrous is about to happen to the former Metro City.
He says, "Well, that's no surprise, really. one thing leads to another."
This is big scale. So is there anything that we could get in on in the stock world that would benefit from that?
He's like, "Well,
This is going to be international news.
Like how you can invest in like the housing market failing. Can you
Right,
like
yeah.
bet against hedge funds? Like bet
I don't,
against.
I'm not
cities?
smart enough to know about the ins and outs.
so." He says, "Don't worry about it, Mr. Endar. I'm going to maximize all gains from another devastating Metro City disaster. And, of course, I'll make sure that your PR team is notified as well to make sure that Endar Corporation is... are you going to be leading a recovery project of some kind?
Yes,
sir?
that's
Okay.
the idea, yeah.
All right." He says, I mean... The market has been leaning this way for a while with the recent disasters, but we can still make a tidy gain on this, I'm sure.
Good. We're
Right.
going to need it.
Okay.
All right. Teleconference to Washington, and I want a few of my best lawyers on the call with me.
Okay. Calling in from wherever they're at right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Wake their asses up. It's a big day for Endar Enterprises.
Oh my god.
Okay. You've got James Truth is one of your lawyers, and
Okay.
Belinda Virtue as your other one. So you've got two of your
These weren't their birth names. I changed them.
right. It's
Jason
names you can
Justice.
it's names you can trust and depend on. And we'll just say there's some like sort of special committee that is handling
Of course.
the question of Metro City public properties that are now
Yeah,
up in the air.
that's a problem.
All right, so the conference has begun, and they say, what would you like to discuss, Mr. Endar?
I'd like to discuss the potential of Endar Enterprises mass purchasing the former properties of Metro City through the process of eminent domain.
It's like calling them while he's on.
With a bomb, like leaning on her.
You're not a villain.
I'm not a villain.
Is it a video call? Like, is the bomb in the frame?
I'm sure he's like in the
I'm
costume.
smart enough
Yeah.
to-
It's
Yeah.
photo
Or you
bomb.
probably have like a little room on
Yeah, I
the
have a
plane,
little room,
four
yeah.
four
So
conferences.
it looks
so
official.
you have like a nice leather chair
Yeah.
and like
I
a
could be
bookshelf
anywhere.
behind. Yeah, okay.
It's like every supervillain fancies himself a hero. Like
Of course they do.
I didn't destroy this city, Phil.
Okay.
That was the Metro Menace.
Alright. A few of the committee members like show a good poker face, but you can tell several are just like really actually excited that someone actually wants to purchase these otherwise very very poor outlook. So they straighten and say, well, perhaps we would be interested in discussing this, Mr. Endar. They get like a fax and they say, okay, we've got some updates on square footage price here for the whole metro area. They make some calculations. Okay, before we give the price, do you have a designation for what you'd like to use for the property?
Well, the city will be rebuilt.
Oh, so it is not just it's not just a placeholder. You intend to actually retain this land and not resell.
That is correct. It will be the continued property of Endar Enterprises.
Okay. And this is promoting job growth and
Absolutely.
okay.
Many jobs will be needed.
All right. They offer the price of $2 billion.
that's like the rest of your money.
This is such shady
I
activity.
ain't paying $2 billion.
There's no way you get away with all this.
You just can't keep getting away with it.
No, I'm just saying, like, you tell your guy to like make all these like investments based off the fact that there's going to be a disaster. Then you buy the property, and then a disaster is going to happen. Like,
That's true.
If there's a
super
crash
shady.
detective on the case, you might piece it all together.
I think we're all surprised what people can get away with nowadays. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that no one else has come with a similar proposition, and you really have no idea what to do with the land. So how about 1.2 billion?
Okay. Some of them just say, "Oh, well, why would you insinuate it?" But after a while, they yeah, I know because they're a corporate voice. They're not all they're just one. So after a while, they settle down and they speak with each other, and your lawyers chime in every now and then, saying, "There's a precedent that Endar Enterprises, after purchasing a area, all these positive benefits and life expectancy increases." Yeah. So that adds strength to your case.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They say that they will concede that it is not perhaps at the same value that they initially would peg the city for, but at the same time, for various budgeting reasons, they counteroffer with 1.5 billion.
Do I have like a CFO or something?
Yes.
Okay. Can I just side call him real quick
Yes.
and ask him if that's good?
Use quick curveball CFO.
Can I afford this?
Wake him up.
So
I want to spend 1.5 billion.
You
cool with that?
the city might be
He says,
destroyed.
well,
Okay.
Mr. Ender, I mean, capital is going to be pretty tight, from what I understand.
We're not liquid.
But it is a good deal, and if you think that there's going to be upside from this, I'd say you got to move on it. When are we going to get another opportunity like this?
This is going to be fresh land with me having total ownership to anyone that wants to build there.
Yeah. Yep. No, I mean, we can always take out more loans.
You got it. All right. Let's do it.
All right.
I'll digisign something or whatever is necessary.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I know it'll take some time
To clear,
for everything to
be
transfer
signed
over,
over.
but
Yeah.
as long as we have something locked in.
Yeah. It is locked in. They're legally bound to.
Yes,
to
legally
transfer.
bound.
Yeah. And you're about 1 hour from hitting the East Coast, so.
By Metro City.
Yes.
Okay.
Really should
I
have
will
tried
send a text to the rest of the Racketeers saying that the bug catcher plans to detonate a bug bomb in 1 hour.
I like how you keep it via text.
Which is funny because you're watching you're in
He's
his headquarters right now. You don't see
we
any.
had a discussion. I know what he
Yeah.
means by that. That I know what.
Oh no.
I don't agree with it, but like, I immediately
Try
stop
and
what I
stop.
do. I
Try and
immediately
stop.
stop what I do. Based on, although I don't know that he's the reason why I almost died.
You should get the bug catcher and get the bug catcher to
When
safety.
you
Get the bug
when you drop a bomb, are you gonna have your hands so you can throw it down? Give
Are you gonna
added
set it
velocity.
down? Are you gonna
Yeah.
basically set it down?
No,
Just
no.
gonna fucking drop it.
This will be dropped.
Alright.
Well, I might detonate it right before it hits because I want to. That would be cool.
Why didn't you try to buy the city after the bomb went up?
Because I don't know if they'd sell it to me then.
Yep. Because it'll be pending a terror
Yeah, then
investigation.
there'd be all this
They
shit.
could just freeze all his assets if they yeah.
I am my immediate reaction
Yes.
is once I see that text is to just book it to the nearest vehicle, break the window if it's locked,
Okay.
and get the fuck out of town.
Yeah, I was like, oh, fuck our plan. Let's just leave.
I mean, I'm accomplishing your goal.
See, I don't know that Endar gave the command to blow up the spaceship, but I do know he left without me because there's no way Father Time would have kept him alive.
Okay.
So
Right.
I'm
He left
assuming.
without you.
Yes, I'm just saying. I'm assuming that when you say that,
had
the
to.
bomb's actually going off. I'm not saying that like I have some vendetta
yeah.
against you.
How
I just
many-
know that the bomb's probably going to go off.
How many people
good-
have I
good
convinced
thought.
to leave the city?
One. One guy's like, I got a family up north. Sure.
Earlier that day, the bug plan was discussed by the Racketeers, and you set to work immediately, going on a mission. It's about 8 p.m. So you've had about 9 hours of groundwork. And it looks, you would say, probably about a good 1,000 people listen to your words and are making an effort to leave.
Not enough. You can't keep getting away with it.
I will say this was not at all what we planned. I feel like you said give a fair warning to everybody.
Yeah, but
and like I thought we weren't gonna detonate it. I thought we were gonna claim. We were gonna stop.
He clearly did.
Bug people
He
roaming
clearly
the
just
city, flying
They're
around.
not really
pink
bugs.
gas. It's just
There's just
abominations.
There's a greater battle to be fought. So
Alright, I gotta get back to the shop and pick up Zip and Zap. I'm just saying, forget this. Take me home.
Okay.
Nothing matters.
Alright. So are we all in full evac mode?
Yes.
Okay. Choose. So I know who he's saving. I know you're just. Are you just gonna try and shepherd some more people in this final
as many
hour?
people as I can into like my car.
Okay.
It's like 6.
6 people.
I assume like at my headquarters, like that got cleared out a couple weeks ago, right? Because I said I was moving it.
That's true. So they probably had a skeleton staff so that it's not getting like looted and like what auxiliary systems are still up. So
we will make a plaque for them in the new city.
okay. Because every corporation needs heroes.
That's right.
I need a hero.
Working to the last minute.
You're giving them
to
heroes.
save the city.
In my search, did I find any like mentalists?
Roll a d6.
6.
You found 6 mentalists.
No, that's the 6 people in my car.
Wow, your chosen ones. Like, you could maybe lift an X-wing between the 7 of you. Like, I don't think you have telekinesis.
No, it's more of an illusion telepathy.
Okay, so you can create a grand illusion with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You can have visions of your cosmic religion with them.
Yes.
All right.
Sean.
Yes.
I feel like the odds of me having Father Time's number is pretty high up there.
Your Father
Yes.
Time, help me out, bro.
I mean,
There's a
it's
true
not.
villain. There's a
It's a
true
little bit
villain.
more. It's a little bit more elaborate to
Yeah.
contact him, but you know ways of getting a hold of Father Time.
Can I send whatever message to him to just say that the city is doomed?
He's got a doomsday
Thanks for saving my life.
And like
This
is the second time you saved my life.
Yep. So this is you.
And tell him to evacuate.
You can.
Is he in the city?
That's all the information.
You tell one of his clockmen.
Yeah.
Clockmen. If you open up his heart, you see like the cogs and shit like turning his.
He replaces their heart with a claw.
Oh, the
Years
clockmen.
and
Yep.
shit.
All right.
That's awesome.
So he says.
I just realized now that Adam's whole business, he has 365 employees, each of them with a 1, a 2, and a date. Like that's calendar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, I care about these people.
It's
Yeah.
like, welcome
Think
aboard,
I'm just doing this
February
for money?
3rd.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's,
He has to
that's pretty
fire.
cool.
He has to hire a new
And I guess
person
he
every
can be
4
more
years.
aggressive.
We
2010.
We lost December 1st. We gotta get a new December.
Every 4 years, he has to hire someone for February 29th.
Yeah, he gets to work for.
That's like
yeah.
secret.
All right. So yes, he says the Father appreciates your message. It is not without thanks that he will evacuate. So he will be in touch, and he disappears to warn Father Time.
Okay, see, I'm trying to kill villains. Look at this
Killing-
guy. Look at this guy.
He's only helped me. It's a very logical thing to do.
Building a doomsday device.
A doomsday clock.
You're releasing a doomsday
I thought you
device.
said doomsday device.
He said
Clock.
He literally said doomsday clock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like whatever that.
Which
like, an
might
actual
just be
clock.
a doomsday device fashioned as a clock,
Right.
but
Okay.
of course Father Time is going to call it a clock. So,
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, you literally dropped
Right.
that doomsday
Would Drifter want to
on the
save?
city.
Would he want to hand pick anybody from the city.
There's not much left.
There's like over 1 million people in this city.
Yeah, let's think
How
my
big is
powers.
Metro
Yeah, but nobody
Exactly.
he cares about.
There's nothing here. It's just like families and children.
I don't know if I
orphans,
have a
and
means to
wasteland.
save any of them. That's more what I mean.
I mean, it would be just.
There's no one left.
Like a true
It would
hero.
be you like
Well, how do we
Put out
know
a-
how
we
much
could
time we
put out a
actually
when you
have?
fly,
An
you
hour.
flame on. So that would make it difficult for you to like.
Write a
See?
message. Write a message in,
In
the sky.
There you go.
Hold on. Let's think about this. If we let everyone know right now there's gonna be a panic, they're gonna clog the streets. We're never gonna get out.
I fly, son. I fly.
Can't fly.
All right, that's fine. No, I can just jump on your back. All
You
right.
still have the jetpack.
With zip and zap.
Oh, yeah, I have a jetpack.
I
With zip and zap?
I hope you don't drop another baby.
Oh, you brought that back.
Damn,
You
baby
have
with
me.
all
It's
of his
just gonna
memories.
be zip now.
That's like that is the worst thing ever. It's worse than a regular baby.
I write it. Yeah.
They're
I
judging you
skywrite.
the whole time. What do you?
What is your message in the sky?
How much time do we think we have?
An hour.
He gave you about a 1 hour warning.
10:15.
Drop me off at home before you do all this jetpack stuff.
Okay. The
Actually, I can just fly myself. I have a jetpack.
Did you do a jetpack?
I
Yep,
give
I'm
you mine as well.
You have two?
I have
Why,
two.
why would you
Yeah,
need
'cause I
two?
was in the bunkhead. We were
Why
under.
would he need two? It's not like it's gonna fit around a baby.
Strap the babies to it. You just let it go.
Or if you get in trouble,
Goes into
you
the
have the
sky and
backup.
blows up right above.
I
us.
will write in the sky.
City doomed.
Yeah, Metro is done.
1 hour.
Run.
Do you put the time limit
Run.
on it?
You have.
He just keeps flying up there to tick down each second, like as he's just taking risks,
You
you
have
know,
1 hour.
It's a clock. No, that's just
1 hour.
1
okay.
hour.
So then, like
Sounds
15.
like a message coming from the bug catcher. It's perfect.
Yeah, you're in disguise. Yeah,
Nice.
it does. It's
Oh
it's
man,
I'm
nice,
in the
nice.
mask
Yep,
still.
the perfect frame job.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
You're not
All right,
even
so you do your message in the sky and then fly away.
Yeah.
You're road tripping with your 6 mentalists.
Yes.
You went to
You
your
make
your
your
car.
own-
You're
your
in
own
your
super
I
in
just
shadow.
went to a car,
Okay. Yep.
and I feel like I would have the capabilities as a mage to jumpstart it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No problem. Thomas, you said you were going back to your shop.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I want to pick up Zip and Zap
Mm-hmm.
and maybe some of my favorite artifacts.
Okay, I'm glad you did that because if you left without like emptying your store, you're ignoring protective of
Yeah.
inventory. So that I'm glad you. Okay.
I'm trying to think, what are my most prized possessions? Hopefully nothing really big, like a first century vase.
Well, I'm gonna say that is one of your. You do have one large thing that must come with you.
Okay. One first century.
Bug. It
Vase.
probably depicts bugs of various kinds.
Smaller
Yep.
North African type pharaoh
Like
who
some kind of just
celebrated Mars.
African mask. Very rare.
All bug
Mask
shaped.
of the Black Wind.
Yeah.
Just more crossover.
And some kind of body part.
Like in a jar.
Yeah, a
roll-
jar or
remember,
something.
Like
Not villains.
No, I know.
what?
I never would have gotten that impression.
I've done
What is your
nothing
vehicle,
villainous.
Mantis? What is your means of getting this out of here? You can't drive.
Bugmobile.
God, how can I get this vase?
Motorcycle?
Hefty bag.
Can I put the babies in the vase?
Yes,
bag.
you can.
Okay,
In the
that
vase.
makes it a little easier. Maybe can I put everything in the vase? The mask in the jar?
Look at this face.
Probably.
You put the babies in at the bottom and then pile up.
Oh my.
Wow.
They can hold the stuff. I mean, only
They're
my
gonna
most, only my most prized possessions.
suffocating
Alright,
these babies
it's up
in
to
this
them.
vase.
It's up to them to crawl to the top.
Remember, I
If they
believe
do.
the
Cream rises to the top.
I believe at the beginning of this session you said that they can talk to you.
Yeah.
So
If they object, they can speak up.
these are fully.
If you object, please say now. You're stuffing shit on top
It's
of
like
them. Like,
desperate
Speak
times.
now or forever hold your peace.
Jesus Christ.
And then they have to hold my pieces.
Oh, I want to fly in above cloud cover, by the way, just so we're clear.
Okay.
A big face.
Above. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What if it's a clear night? Then do you just accept?
I mean, aren't there clouds always at a certain height?
No.
No, sometimes it's perfectly clear.
It is. Yep.
That's the reason why you can see like the stars.
Yep.
And stuff.
Well, then we'll just be as high as we can go.
Okay.
Mile high.
You're gonna have to like do a. It's called an angel drop, where you're like way high up and you've got like the full like suit on, but
I mean, I don't need to jump.
you just have to drop a
I just
bomb.
have to drop a bomb, and
Okay.
I can use my arms to sort of guide it as it goes down a little bit.
Are you strong enough to move the bomb?
Put that.
I'm just sort of, shifting it in midair, maybe.
Put that
Helping
like
it on a
spin
path.
on it, where like
Why
it
would
make
I
it go.
spin?
Make it go.
They could
further.
go
Some
into the
English.
ocean.
How do I do
English
that?
on
I
it?
forgot. I don't know. This is
I feel
like
like
whatever
just
that.
shift
It's
It's
an
a big
effect.
bomb.
I don't know. I was just saying like there's that effect
And
that
I'll
makes
try.
it go further.
I'll try.
But how big is said bomb?
I assume it's like the size of this table.
He said it would. The Vatican had to look at the ship to verify that it was big enough. Where
Yeah.
it's playing, so I assume a rather large.
We'll just see how it goes. One way or another, we'll get down there.
Okay, so, and then your end game then is you got this vase loaded up, and then you're gonna jetpack away with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hold his face and get out of here. Got everything I love in this face.
You should have grabbed a net because the net allows for
Damn
easy
it!
hit. There
Damn it! That would have been perfect.
I've heard that phrase multiple times this evening. We must live with the decisions we make. Can't just rewrite the past all the time. All right.
I'm gonna drop him.
Yep. Nope. Let's see if you drop it all. You begin. You know the timer's started. You're boosting up from your shop, holding this vase. It's heavy. It's got all your prized possessions.
Yep,
in it.
that's the highest stakes.
Okay. Give me a strength.
Zip and zap. Don't drop us.
You're just. Alright, so strength roll, please.
My lowest attribute.
What is it? What
It's a 3.
Oh God! Shut up! I have a 2,
Yeah.
which is also true.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
9.
It was meant to be.
Alright, since you rolled perfect, it strains you. And
What to do
even
with life.
with all of your might,
What to do with life?
you take 1 stamina damage.
Yeah.
But you make it out of safe range
Yes,
with everything intact. So
1 stamina left.
yeah, you're like bleeding, like your arms, your mantis arms feel like they're gonna snap off.
Mantis
But
is
you make
holding
it-
this as
yeah.
the bomb's dropping, and he's just like,
Anything for the kids.
Sean, how many people did I kill before I left?
That's
not
true.
a villain. Oh, the bug.
The bug people. Not like
I'm
I'm
just
not. I'm not shooting
like
out. I'm not
after
with like
leaving.
guns, just shooting homos as I leave.
How many people I killed? They're all gonna
None
die.
of us are villains.
Yeah, since you were operating kind of carefully so that
Yeah.
you keep doing your perfect ambush, and the message didn't come too long after you got your first one. So I'm gonna say you took down 5
That's
before.
not bad.
Yep.
Took a nice solid 5.
Yep, and you showed them no mercy, I'm sure.
Of course.
Yep.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
No, I know that's
they
something
died.
I think.
So
Okay.
after most of this, Sean, what do you think our time is at? That Adam? How close do you think Adam?
He's gonna be approaching Metro airspace at about 10:15 p.m.
Okay. Also dark, pretty dark.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. That's excellent.
Makes if anyone's trying to do like little cameras of the little
Yeah.
mysterious plane, it's gonna be more difficult. They're gonna need really top tier camera equipment.
Okay.
Get that photo. All right, everyone's at safe distance. It did cause a little bit of a clog, but the only traffic problems were for the 2 of these guys. But their goals were not overly ambitious that they got trapped in the city, so they were able to escape, get to safe distance.
and also, I felt like we left earlier.
Yep, no, you
Sure,
did. That's
yeah.
and like I said, you didn't have overly ambitious goals to slow you down. So, you are in position. You're like approaching. Your pilot gives you the notice that if you were to drop it now, based on the trajectory of the ship, it would be right in the center, or right in the city center of Metro
Perfect.
City.
All right.
Does the planet to slow down at all to do this, or is it just going
No.
full
It
speed?
doesn't have to. I mean,
It's not.
No, I
even
mean,
at
like,
even at that speed, his stretching is good enough now
Oh,
that he
that's
doesn't.
what- that's what
Yeah,
it's
it doesn't
for,
get too wobbly.
Throw
so-
the bomb out,
Okay.
and I will try and guide it as it goes down, and I'll try to put a spin
So
on
you
it.
said it's about a mile. You said it's about a mile up.
like a football?
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
perfect spiral.
It's like rifling, so it'll go, straighter.
The rifle is your plane. The bullet is a bug bomb sold by the Vatican.
Yep.
Destroy what's left.
To destroy the old days.
The old
Bring on
world.
the new
Okay.
world.
All right, and you see it. It's got a good trajectory. No rolls even required. This was all preordained.
Then I will retract
Okay.
and go sip some champagne.
All right. So you're just gonna let it detonate on impact?
Yeah, it would be hard for me to really tell otherwise, I think.
Yeah, you have to like do your eyeballs like.
Right. I mean, it would be
There,
cool to
yeah.
try and detonate it right before it hit, but I'd probably mess it up.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let it hit.
All right.
I feel like I want to throw a fireball at him in the air while I
At
see
his
his
ship?
arms.
You can't
going-
see me.
When your arms are stretching and with a big bomb.
I mean, I didn't go down that far. I just spun
Yeah. I mean, were you watching for it specifically?
I'm the
You
one
probably
flying.
you probably see this. Yeah, you see like this little speck, and you see
It's like 6,000 feet
you
up at
see-
least, though.
yeah. So you see
Yeah, more than
okay.
that.
You see a moderately large speck,
Sure.
and then a smaller speck drop from it, and these really like wiry little things like doing this for a while. And then,
Hit that bitch.
so if you want to try to go.
I feel like I just do it just in anger of the situation.
All right, we'll give you a chance.
Are we actually roll
Are you gonna
this?
detonate
Uh,
the bug
yeah.
bomb above the city instead?
I mean, that would
Give me give me
I
a
rolled a
prowess.
12.
Holy
What's your
shit.
prowess?
That's my prowess.
With
Perfect accuracy.
All right, so we're gonna rewind a little bit. There's gonna be complications.
I mean, it'll be the same effect.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I guess the
Maybe.
pink cloud did
Potentially, it's
slowly
even
come
more
down.
effective.
It might hit unattended.
Hot air
neighbors,
rises.
so it might- yeah.
So as you're putting a spin, as you're spinning it,
Yeah.
you hear the pilot say, "Sir, you might want to get inside the cabin. I'm about to initiate evasive maneuvers." There's a fireball tracking directly towards our prow. Fireball. Yeah.
I mean, you know who that is.
Damn, Sentinel.
He will pay for this. I was gonna say, like, it's not like you're suddenly, I have fire. But
Alright.
he knows who
I'm
you
gonna need
are.
to roll the ship, sir, or the plane.
Okay.
Why is this a thing?
All right. So
Why did
once
you
you
do
get
this?
your arms back in,
Yeah.
and he sees you secure, he's gonna. 'Cause you shot this from quite a because
Oh, yeah, of
you're
course.
safe distance away, but you're perfect.
I would
prow-
probably try and just intercept it
the
and
fireball
just slap it.
with your damage resistance.
Yeah. It can't hurt me.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Put an eyeball at it.
You stretch out with your hand.
Yeah, I'll make it really big.
You can make your hand big, just longer, not bigger.
It's all stretchy.
If he stretches
If I can
every
stretch my body, why can't I stretch my hand?
You can stretch it, but it doesn't get bigger.
I made a parachute. You think I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
made
you're
myself
right.
like
it stretches
Taffy?
from every single point.
You're
to
right.
make it
It's
Must
like
be
a
really
giant
thin.
baseball mitt?
It can be big, but it's got to be thin.
Okay.
No, it doesn't thin either.
It
It's just
really
like it just
doesn't even
stretches.
have to be thin.
Just stretches. It's weird, but yeah.
It's stretchy. Hey, you've got claws.
He
Anyway.
goes to himself.
Yeah, I'll slap the fireball.
Okay. Mert, is your fire 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your damage resistance?
10.
You don't feel any pain from it, Ming.
But the Sentinel will feel my pain.
Yeah. It's hard to really
emotional pain.
like
Betrayal.
instead of like swatting it, you just kind of like by the mass of your hand just passing through the middle, it just kind of like dissipates it more.
Mm-hmm.
Like the plane might like from like the tiny residual flames might have gotten a few like little scorch marks, but nothing to disrupt its flight. And you see the pilot just give you the thumbs up. So,
All right.
yep. That was weird.
Oh, it was weird.
And he says, "All right, I think we're gonna get a view of it any time now, and I'm sure your plane might have like a little like glass floor like in one area, so
That'd be
you
cool,
can
yeah.
watch." Okay. And then from all of you guys, from all your cozy spots, you see this big, bright, like purple flash for a moment, and then this exponentially expanding cloud that's just pluming outwards and upwards. It's forming just this nice mushroom cloud as it starts to peak.
But it definitely seems like it's not like blowing anything up. It's just a gas.
Oh, it is a gas.
Like eating
it is
away, kind of.
Yeah. And your mentalist asked, "What does this mean? Is this the beginning of
The end.
Yeah, I mean they want to know in the cosmic religion what this is.
Do we think people still didn't make it out?
Of course.
I imagine the mentalists are like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It's
right
like how many
now.
deaths
They
do they
do
feel?
the screams of all the death in their minds.
I like that.
I whispered to them, but this is the beginning of the end and the end of the beginning.
And then you killed them all. Just strangled.
I'll send out
My
a
name's
tweet.
Dr. Fart.
Bug catcher just detonated a bomb in Metro City. He will pay for that.
Do I see this tweet?
What if they
Are
find
you
out?
follow me?
Are you on Twitter?
Follow me on
I'm
Twitter.
only on Twitter.
What if
You're
they
driving
find-
through
Aren't they
a
gonna
panic,
find-
like checking Twitter, dude. Oh! I'm gonna delete this shit!
Beginning of the end.
Are they gonna find the bug catcher dead in the city though? Will that put a
No, he's gonna make sure.
That
I
cast-
own that city.
will that cast doubt on?
No
the
one will
theory?
find anything I don't want him to.
You'll dress some hobo up as bug catcher if you need to, and say,
And
"I will keep him in prison for the next 1,000 years
Yeah.
and de-age him whenever he gets too
Right.
old."
Probably sever his vocals.
God, that's a prison not to want to live in.
Yeah,
You'll have to go into Calendar's
finally
prison.
about to
Sentence to for life.
right.
And he just de-ages
You're
you
finally
on your
about to
deathbed.
die, and then you get a new 100 years added to your sentence. Yep.
For your crimes against humanity.
Not a village.
Yeah, but it says here on my sheet.
Not a
Yeah,
village.
you're definitely leaning further away from that
Okay.
with each passing
I
session.
care about the city. I'm like Kingpin.
Like,
Have you been watching the new
No,
one?
I haven't yet.
I haven't either.
Okay, so yep,
Mission accomplished.
the cloud. I mean, there's this purple haze, a purple rain, you might say, that is gonna hang around for the next 3 days. So again, as Vatican suggested, he doesn't advise going in there for about 72 hours after the explosion. So until then, you guys can just carry on with your lives.
I
mean,
most
I don't know-
people it's
I don't know if
deciding
the-
where they'd be going
Yeah.
next.
I mean, for one, you don't know if what the fate of Father Time, who also gave a vague threat, is. But you also will need to decide if you want to be a part of Calendar's vision of rebuilding Metro City or not. Which I'm sure it's going to get a new name, too.
Yeah.
No,
Endarville, right?
No, it's
No.
It's terrible.
Yeah, Enderville's not bad because it's not a ville. It's a utopia. I just don't know a good name.
A ville is like a town.
Yeah.
It's too small for a city.
It's a big picture. Big picture stuff. I don't know. Name pending.
Okay.
You could name it
Oh.
Skeleton.
It's a Lego skeleton town now because all his dead
In
people.
honor of our old friend.
That's the last thing I would do.
Yeah. Because it doesn't reflect Calendar at all.
Right.
Where is the...
Not even the right name.
It's a memorial for the.
I feel like it's like architecture has to have lots of
Stretchy people.
cables across the whole city. Like Calendar has his hands in
Secrets are no fun. Secrets are for everyone.
Caltopia or something.
I've got things.
I was
to
trying to
tend
pair
in the
that
new
name
world.
together, but it's Entopia.
Okay, so we'll do a little time skip here. We'll say that the time has passed for the danger zone in Metro City. So, the U.S. government officially declares that it's under investigation, but according to initial reports, it seems to have been a machination of Bugcatcher, who was known and documented to have deployed such poisons, but on smaller scale, although an investigation is pending. And they also announced that this territory is now under the direct control of Endar Corp, and that they should all interested
Direct any
parties,
queries
yeah,
to
may
Calendar.
inquire. Yeah, so
I will answer them.
okay.
What is there any estimated death toll?
Oh, it's incalculable. That's gonna take months to determine. And then even then they'll only know with like. Hopefully I didn't shut down your internet there. You still good?
With what?
You bumped the thing.
Yeah.
We have no
might-
internet anymore.
I might have bumped an Ethernet cable.
I think we're okay.
Okay, cool.
I mean, logically sounding, none of us would go back there. Calendar is probably gonna be pretty busy.
Oh, real big.
The rest of us would probably be fine trying to find
Oh, I see it.
It's not important.
It's not.
a new city to help type of thing.
It just it depends if you want to either continue your existence as a superhero, do that while assisting the rebuilding of Endar City or whatever it's called, or if
Caltopia.
you're what is it?
Caltopia.
Caltopia, or but you'll have to just declare your intentions moving forward because this could be a little time skip again.
I drift across the United States.
Okay.
And
Looking to help wherever.
Like
I can.
punching up evil-looking people in dive bars and stuff like that.
Well, and if anybody needs, if I looking for anybody who needs help trying to, I played very good into my character, me leaving right now anyway, but he feels very like he.
Gay.
Yeah, there you go.
I hire a few professional assassins to kill him.
To kill who?
Him?
This
Murder?
guy.
When is
For
when,
threatening the great plan.
How do you know who I am?
Who else would throw a fireball at me?
How do you know? No.
No.
How do you know your assassins? No, I'm never.
I don't care. I just tell him to do it.
I have my alter ego is all random.
I tell him to do
I
it.
don't know who I am.
Well, that's not my problem. That's their problem.
when is the next time that we?
You
we'll
don't
meet?
also know where I am. That's the whole point of being a drifter.
I
Bill.
tell them to scour the planet
Planet?
until they
Oh.
find someone matching your description.
There is no description.
Well,
I
Fire-
change forms every time, anytime
fire-
I want.
Well, they probably won't
Shooting.
find you then.
That's
he can still do
But
it.
then they won't get any money.
Just a
That's
fire shooting flamer.
Yeah. I mean, they'll follow any fireball reports.
I
You better
believe
be
it.
certain.
that's why I'm drifting, of course.
Yeah, you best be drifting.
Yeah.
You can never use your fire again.
That could be true. It's all illusion.
Okay, so I've got Mert's time skip strat. I know Cal's, he's up to all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Assassin team and building
Yeah.
Caltopia.
How much time are we skipping?
Well, I'd just like to hear what you guys would plan for your characters in the aftermath. Like, you could just say, exactly what you've been doing, but I want to know if this changes things, or if you're just going to continue your lifestyle of fighting crime.
I move on to a new city and start up a new shop.
Are you sure? There's a spot on our security team.
I
Are we in contact?
Of course,
Why not?
we're in
Nothing.
contact.
Alright,
We've
yep.
been.
We have our phone
you still,
numbers.
Yeah, you still have contact. with them.
For some reason, I just assumed it was all over. Like, it was just like, well, we're all going our separate
This
ways.
is a new beginning.
See you, Mert.
Alright.
Yep.
So yeah,
Is he going his separate ways? Is he just running around?
He's doing like a Wolverine thing.
Yeah, he's like wandering.
he's
the,
on the run from
United
some
States.
assassins.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't stick around.
Helping people, dodging assassins. Yeah.
Actually, I just thought about it. It's a bug bomb. My possessions would have been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean.
You didn't need to bring any of that.
But
shit.
I own your property.
Remind Calendar.
That's impossible.
Remind Calendar.
I
when
bought
if the
everything.
assassins find
You bought the whole
and
city.
I mind
Wait,
them
what's
by
that?
touching
Billion.
them.
It's eminent
Well, they go
domain.
to
You had no
assassinate.
choice.
Okay. And luckily,
Got
I
him, you
brought
heard
this
that, right?
shit.
What?
When your assassins find me and I energy drain and influence them, I tell them to go assassinate Calendar.
Oh, because you automatically beat them.
I mean, it's
I mean, he beat him.
there's a
so
chance.
Yeah, you
There's
beat
a-
them.
There's always a possibility.
Get over it.
You beat him.
Just
You beat him.
Why even?
Yeah, why are
you're
you
dead.
bringing this? It's done.
Calendar's
you are
dead.
powerless.
I'm dead.
Big.
Calendar's
It's
dead.
taken from
Game
me.
done.
But the likelihood is they never find me and I never.
Yeah, or
Unless you want them to
It's-
find you.
Wow, yeah.
or they try to kill you. You mind control some of them. The net result is they all either die. And you're wounded and you lie low for. I mean,
I
it's
touch
all,
a bomb, I get my energy back. Man, that sounds
Wait,
terrible.
what?
Yeah,
Oh,
he touches
you know,
bums.
touch a
I
bum.
mean, he instantly can energy drain anybody he touches. So
This is
he
the
is
first
kind
time
of
That's
I've
the
ever
danger
seen
that
him
my
use his
calendar has
powers,
sent
Me
his own. If
too,
he
man.
and he's
touches
just
me,
touching
I
bums.
mind control.
Okay, so alright.
You try.
No, I got you. I don't think you're gonna be dying right immediately. I think you're good.
I will live.
But you are dead.
No.
Yeah. Let's be
You
clear.
are
All right.
dead.
So, New City, or are you gonna be an enforcer of Cal?
I mean, if you
Utopia.
want your stuff back, you can come work for me, and I can lease it back to you.
You have to sell it back to me, or else I'm moving on to a place I can own.
Okay.
I need my shop.
It's
There'll
gonna
be a hiring bonus.
It's going to be costly. I mean, you can work it off, I suppose. But I
What motivation do I have to stay?
This is your stuff. This is your city.
That's your shop with all your random.
Do you
shit
own
in it.
everything in it? You just own the land. You own the property.
you
like,
abandoned
you
it.
own for like an hour.
Like
For
there's like
72 hours, I
scavenger
Like in the
wall or
eyes of
something.
law, they don't know I'm gone.
I'm the law.
I just went on a trip.
I don't know. I'm sure there's some obscure loophole we can bring up where you abandoned it in a crisis. Why would you not want to be head of security?
Oh, head of security.
Sure. You're trustworthy. Not like that senator.
Former senator. Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Got a head of security.
So, immediately after the 3 days, I'm going to contact Calendar to try. I want to show you. I'm going to tell you. I want to show you my new team of mentalists.
They're all on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm in like LA right now.
I can meet you there.
Okay.
Where
So,
would you
so
eat?
that's long term. I mean, we have to wait out this bug bomb anyway. So like in the
Yeah.
meantime, I just go on a vacation, I guess, with the kids.
That's only it's only 72 hours.
You can create a photo album with that.
It's more of a weekend trip, I guess.
Yeah, I go to Disney World.
Yeah.
They can pick out whatever they want from the gift shop. Little Aladdin outfits or something. Yeah.
So, we're like in LA. Would we meet? Do you have like
I have
housing there?
my headquarters.
Okay. Well, I bring my mentalists, and I show you their powers.
What are their powers?
I give them a signal. And at that signal, we make a unified mental attack against you.
You don't even know where you're meeting me.
I assume your headquarters. You tell
With
me
security and cameras and all that, you're just gonna murder me?
You revealed your
He's gonna
hand too
attempt to.
soon.
it's
Okay.
for the greater good.
The greater good. Okay.
All right.
We make a unified mental attack.
Yep. And Phil gave me secret information a while ago.
Uh-huh.
That he was like training them for this one purpose. Mental attack against me. It's like in Lord of the Rings, where it's like it's an army bred for a single purpose to destroy Calendar. So, before we go into the mechanics of that and probably start a quick little PvP battle here, Phil, your powers themselves. So you have what are your powers?
My power is I have force field blast and illusion. I'll be using illusion.
Okay. And illusion,
Look at the power board.
because I
I
know
didn't see that coming. That was funny.
It was. I tried to convince him against this great crime, and once I saw the crime numbers and my mentalists felt the
No,
vast
there
loss
was no
of
crime
life,
committed.
and I knew it was you. It
Crime?
was you.
That's determined by a judge and jury.
And these people's homes.
And there was no crime committed here.
okay.
It is for the greater good.
I don't know.
It
Now
must be
I
done.
can have all these jobs I can create. This
What-
is a fresh start. What's the point of killing me now? You needed to
Because-
stop me.
Because I
You
know
failed.
I know what you're capable of. It cannot be allowed
I'm
to happen.
capable of industry.
That's what you call this industry. That's what you call this genocide.
It's hope for the future.
Yeah. All right. So, I know the illusion attack is basically like this big blast of bug bomb in your face. That's what Cal would his sensory experience would be.
Okay.
Would be like all of a sudden they're like, and then this gas cloud shoots at you. So first of all, we need to establish if you would have a reason to disbelieve that this is happening to you, which I would say initially as a DM, I think you would have a reason to disbelieve that.
Yeah, probably.
Because you know that they're a team of mentalists.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
So, okay, so for that reason, it's going to be an awareness versus illusion test. And because it's a pyramid test, Phil, you've got 6 guys helping you, so you can add an additional 3 to your roll for your illusion. So it's your die, 3, and then your illusions skill. Versus Cal's awareness.
Okay, so that's 10 total.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Okay. So let me go to the table.
Even with a complete failure.
Got some blue shits.
I mean, you better hope this puts me down.
I
Fingers
am
are coming.
The fingers, the toes.
They'll be real fast.
I came to this planet full of hope.
You're gonna be that GIF that you sent.
Yep.
What was that?
Okay.
Silent Hill, the movie.
Is that Sean Bean?
So you got
Who's in that movie?
you got
Is he
2
looking
over,
Rick apart?
No.
Yes.
which is a moderate success. 1 degree of success.
Can I? How can I use determination?
I think you just get to re-roll.
Can I do that?
I'm hesitant because he could also spend determination too.
I'm fine with that.
You're okay with a double reroll?
I mean, can't I get a +2?
That's right. I think that is an option. Outcome. Effect. Trying again.
I came to the. What's our team called
You
again?
came to die.
Racketeer.
I came to Racketeers full of like hope and ideation, and none of this genocidal maniac was revealed to
I
me.
didn't trust you from the start.
Alright, yeah, you could take a +2.
Alright.
And Phil, you can do a reroll.
I will
Alright.
Here's one of my 2 just.
Okay.
Well, that gives me +2 to that. So
Okay.
we're back at the
Back to
same.
where we started.
Okay, so you still have a moderate success.
Can I spend my final determination to do another reroll?
Not on the same test.
I will not then.
Okay.
Because you can't.
If you can't, you can't.
Okay, so even with a moderate success, Cal is at least convinced right now that this is real bug bomb gas. That somehow you brought it with you. So maybe you conspired with the real bug catcher. So that means Cal, you see this gas in front of you, but now you have initiative. Like it's surrounding you, but you can act.
Okay.
I'll try to raise my head above the gas, and all my fingers will shoot up.
Just shoot forward. Okay.
And hopefully my security guys in there start.
Yeah.
I don't know if they realize something is going on, but I'll say something.
Okay. Maybe hit like a panic button with one.
I mean, I assume they're in the room, because I did not trust this guy.
Okay.
He
This-
wanted to meet in my headquarters, so...
This depends too. Like, I guess I didn't specify like where. Like, if I was gonna hit him with this, I wouldn't want him to escape it. In theory, either.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna give you the benefit that's fairly closed. Like it's his office, so like there's probably not tremendous headroom.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
All right. But I'll also say that he has 2 of his security personnel in there who are like drawing their pistols. So, which they would also have to be. They're here, so they would be present to this illusion as well. Or is illusion against?
Isn't it just in my mind?
I'm not exactly sure. What does it say?
Targets treat illusions as.
I don't have any reason to want to kill them. So
Okay. All right.
I'm honorable. in that
Okay.
sense.
So.
Shoot them!
Okay.
Kill them!
Okay. So Cal, you're convinced that you move your head away from a portion of the gas,
Yeah.
but the cloud cannot be fully escaped from.
I will hold my breath until I strangle the life out of
Is this a lung?
these men.
Now, is this a lung inhaled gas too, or is it just? How does the bioweapon? I guess I don't even know how it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't look into it, so
gonna-
I'm holding my breath.
Well, I'm just gonna I'll handle that aspect because
Yep.
And so he has his damage resistance and his breath holding coming to his aid here. Although it is mental.
It is a mental attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure if...
But I thought it inflicts physical injuries.
It doesn't actually inflict physical injuries, but you take stamina damage as if it were.
Yeah, because it's... Yeah, it's being processed mentally, the damage. Like, even if you get 0, you're not dead. You'd just be unconscious.
Okay.
So I'm not going to apply your damage resistance, but I am going to apply your breath holding, because that is convincing you that you're reducing some of the damage.
Exactly.
Okay.
And how are the fingers working?
Oh, I mean, they're shooting forward. I
They're
can't
pretty
imagine.
fast. You said they
Yeah,
were
no, I can't imagine
150
your
miles.
mentalists are going to be in too good of a position to dodge.
Probably not. They're not.
Describe your action at least.
My action?
Yeah, you see, the fingers are moments away from striking you.
You didn't plan this very well through.
No, he did not.
It's planned well if it worked on the first try.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just like put a car bomb somewhere?
Because you're just gonna stretch and have not 10
right.
damage resistance.
Right.
Like
I can only hit you with a mental
I
attack.
can just imagine, like, as the seat underneath him is blowing up, his ass just like
Stretches away.
Man, you should have all been wearing rubbers, like.
Well, I mean,
suits.
I'm fully rubberized, of course. You can see that.
Oh, well, then are you immune to touch?
I mean, if you can get my flesh.
I'll get in there eventually.
But I wear like a Power Ranger suit, so.
Yeah.
My
But
friend.
the mentalists are not.
Why wouldn't you attack him like saying that like he's like shrinking, like the opposite of what he does?
I'm not sure.
He doesn't think things.
here
Then he
again.
could-
It was
That
come
would've
up.
been
My,
perfect.
He doesn't.
this come up several times in the session.
where's the
we
counter?
can't change
Yeah.
what
I
we
know, I'm
declared
just-
as our actions. We
just-
must just go forward with the fiction.
Well,
So
I can at least hope that my suit will keep him from touching me. So my only reaction would be to try even harder. That's
just to like make the gas seem just like all right.
I mean,
All
as
right.
soon as one bullet like shoots through your suit, I'll just finger your.
I mean,
hole.
do you just immediately go into the hole?
Yes,
Why
that is
wouldn't
my main
It's
strategy. The
gotta be
last
harder- It's gotta be
session,
harder to aim for that specific.
Like
but I have
you
whole
just
fingers just running over
do you
it.
just have instant reaction of going into my hole?
That was what last session trained me to do. Remember?
No.
With
I
the
mean,
same problem.
If you can have instant reaction and instant attack,
well, I don't know if
That's
it's
true.
instant.
You got in those rubber skinned men pretty fast.
It might not be instant, but like it will happen.
I can't. I can't.
I'm
change
waiting to
course
see
now.
a hole appear.
I know that I won't stand against him in a long fight. So my only response is to
This
continue
will
my
be your
course.
tomb,
It's
and you will get no
he's
plaque.
an alien otter. He's a cosmic
just-
missionary here to do good.
Yeah. Basically, I almost want to just say I could see it playing out like this. So we can do rolls, but let's say fingers touch your mentalist.
Sure,
At some point, that's going to happen.
that's bound to happen.
You told me you're focusing on channeling, like you're not even like focusing on dodging. You're like gas.
My life is forfeit. Yes.
Okay. If you reduce him to 0, he will go unconscious. He will not die.
And then
At
you'll
which
get
point
shot.
you've
and
probably
you'll die.
lost several mentalists already, and you're in like the heart of the lion's den with like the security and stuff.
Sure.
So what would be your plan when you see him just fold over from the pain?
I will blast him with a blast of force.
Okay. I'll say I'm gonna give you one force blast, and then see what we'll go from there.
Sure.
And
Isn't that physical damage?
If you're unconscious, are you still stretching?
well, here's the thing: he's not gonna have lost any HP because that was all mental damage that convinced him he was knocked out. So basically, you're gonna have to one-shot him with this blast. Which, if you can do that, it'll be interesting.
I doubt that I can, since my blast level is 5 and he has, I assume, like 9 HP.
8, yeah.
8 HP.
Why does it have to be one shot?
Well,
Because he's going to
otherwise,
die
well,
afterwards.
I'll say he can get the shot in, but then he's gonna take a bunch of damage from like corporate blasters. So,
Well, if he's unconscious,
Can you like, whatever?
then I guess I just throw up a force field.
okay.
If that's how damage will work, if I wouldn't expect him to get up immediately, then yes, that's what I'd do.
So you'd see him go down, and then you put a force field to protect yourself.
Yes.
I don't. That
And
also
that's
seems
it.
that also seems like
Until
a dead
he
end
dies.
to me.
Okay, well, I guess that. Yeah, if there's enough firepower to just kill me.
I mean, you're.
I assume there's
There's-
a high-powered squad rushing down the hallway at this moment.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
you'd have to kill these two
even
guys,
with my
kill
super
him,
it
and
like
jump through the
can
window.
is there
Which
any?
you wouldn't be able to just normally jump through, but I guess you
Do-
Basically, I'm giving you.
Do I have the same restrictions on damage if if it's basically a coup de grace, like he's on the ground unconscious?
I'd say you could maybe have a +2.
That it's still impossible.
It's still not enough.
No.
You could bring him within an inch of his life.
Well then, how about this? Are we
You're
close
not-
to a window?
That's up to Cal if his office would have a
My
window.
office window would be like the thickest glass.
Yeah, I think you need
Because I
like
sit right
I think
next
you need
to
like
it.
a strength of like. Well, your blast might be able to hit the window, but then forget your nearly killing blow on
if
Cal.
my
You got any
blast can
blues
break
left?
break
You
this.
got any fates left? Fate points?
I have one. I don't know if that can increase
Does
damage.
that add to roll?
It's not a roll. though.
It's not a roll. It's
checking
a flat
the
damage.
number.
So
No.
yeah, I don't see my blast even breaking a window if it can't kill an unconscious man. So
I'm not just
I
a
can
man.
punch
He's-
through a
he's a
window,
hero.
but my punch
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
kill him, man.
If it were just a corporate CEO, yes, I'd say you implode his head, but it's Cal.
well,
Yeah.
He's
okay.
got
If he wasn't like
Then
a public
I'm
superhero,
gonna
having
try
that
to body
thick of glass
shield
would
him.
make sense. But
Or have him as a body
logically,
shield.
that makes sense to have thick.
I'm gonna hold him hostage. His unconscious body.
Okay.
How long am I unconscious for?
You're gonna be coming back soon.
Okay.
How does unconsciousness even work in this game?
And how long does it take?
He's
for
not
the,
really unconscious though, because he's not
the
down
high
to zero.
threat
Well, no,
response
he is
team.
unconscious because
But
he
like-
has mental trauma from him
Oh, sure.
choking on the gas. I'm gonna probably assume that all of your mentalists have been
Oh, surely they would
killed or incapacitated by now.
How long does it take for the high threat response team?
Are they babies or dust? Are there any baby mentalists?
What are you going to do? You're across the
It's not
country.
even-
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just
I mean,
wondering.
if they're still
Serious?
babies, when
What
I'm
is
back,
your what is
I'll
your
let you know.
what is your base stamina?
8.
Okay. All right. Let's say I'm still theoretical.
Sure.
Let's say you grab him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna say how long he's gonna be unconscious, but I've determined it based on his total stamina.
Okay.
So, but as a superhero, you can assume probably he's not gonna be out too long.
Okay.
And more security personnel are coming in,
Mm-hmm.
saying, "You're dead. Drop him. You're dead."
I mean, if I have him here, I'm just gonna try to blast him in the neck. That's all I can try to do.
Okay, with your blast power.
Yeah, just like
'cause-
on his neck,
Mark
blast.
had something to say.
Okay.
I don't know what it means though.
What do you say?
Determination +2.
Yeah,
fills
we already
first.
asked.
Yep.
We already
Yeah,
talked about
it's
that.
it's irrelevant to
No.
my power.
And
level.
I'm giving him the +2 bonus because of the coup de grace effect that I think is reasonable here. Okay, so you could deal your 7 to him,
Okay.
and then as you do that, you probably take like 9 bullets or so to the head. So it's a really dramatic alien
Sure.
confrontation, and I'm guessing that Cal's kind of shook to his core at this attempt, but
Yeah.
you will recover.
I will scatter his ashes.
It was a very good attempt, but I think just the corporate headquarters was a
Sure.
a
Well,
difficulty.
I mean, it was an end my own life with his scenario.
Yep, and it was basically 1 HP away
So
from that.
there's
Maybe with a
bullets
higher
that are hitting
blast.
me,
I mean,
but
what
they're not
happens
hitting
when you
him.
hit 0? Do I just die instantly?
It depends on the source of damage.
Like if I'm taking 9 bullets
Well-
worth of bullets and he's taking none, but I'm still dealing all but 1 of his health points.
What's your point?
That I don't see how you're still alive either.
I mean, I have 1 HP left.
Does he?
Okay, I guess.
He's headquartered with only people that want to keep him alive.
Sure. I mean, they could
immediately rush
they
to
could
some
be
medical
expert-
facility.
Well, hold on. There's that one security guard that had a grudge against
I
him.
was holding him against my body. Are they shooting like
Right.
just the edges of my limbs? Or
These
what?
are like the most
They're
trained men
trying
in the
to-
country.
No, I see what you're saying.
Sure,
Like, you're,
sure.
they-
Putting bullets in your weird.
how
alien
could they
head.
all just open fire like openly on like him while he's holding him hostage?
You ever seen
All
the Bad
in
Boys
one
2?
turn, just I don't know.
Yeah.
These people know what they're doing.
Yeah,
They're highly trained.
I would question it too.
The thing is, if you would ask for any help in this too, like from Shadow Mage or somebody like, I mean, that would have made it much.
Sure.
But out of character, the surprise attack wouldn't have worked. Unless you pass the notes around.
Because Mantis might also be there protecting him too.
Yeah, I would believe that. So,
Yeah.
Well, it was.
I
It
think it was
was
just
his
very-
moral. It was his moral imperative to do this.
Okay.
If it's failed, then I can only accept it.
You come
Yeah.
with the king, you best not miss.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I think again, I totally canceled out the damage resistance, but I don't think you have any damage resistance.
No, not that.
So, and that's why the small arms fire. I mean, even if it's just like 2 or 3 bullets from the barrage that gets you. I mean,
Fair enough.
I'll give him a permanent, not like retardedness, but like a brain injury or something. But
Lower your
It's now one.
Suffer an attribute damage for the death of the alien. Yeah.
Okay, I guess it would be strength.
Okay.
My heroic sacrifice is only in vain for one minor achievement.
Yep. But now he's probably much more paranoid,
I thought it'd be funny if it was int, if it had to be int, like you're just like.
Sean,
It's
what
probably
was
made him
happening?
more evil if
Like,
anything.
Rough, yeah.
Mentally gave him the image of him not being able to stretch and actually like it was shrinking.
I mean that wouldn't have done any damage, but potentially, yeah, he could he would have been I'd say, yeah, construed to not have that ability for the encounter, like convinced that they've cast a nullification
You just
field
need to
on
bring
it.
a gun.
I was trying to be poetic. Death to death by the same death that he has wrought upon
Yes.
innocence.
Right. Okay.
What a failure.
I mean, it was very dramatic.
You know, it had to
Play
be
on.
done.
Yep.
Is it my turn now?
Dr.
Yes.
Forrest is not a villain.
I contact
I'm not a villain.
Father.
You're a villain. You're trying to kill Calendar. You're definitely a villain.
He'll meet with
I'll
you
make sure
personally
of it.
now.
That's
Cool. So I was
it's
hoping.
not about
Okay.
perception.
You're a
He's
terrorist. You go down in history.
Is that Kitty?
I think that's Boogle. He's starving.
I get that.
Oh. I'm surprised you permit that.
What happened to their auto feeder?
He doesn't like hard food.
Oh, so only filet mignon.
That's
for-
right.
for
Just gotta
Bula.
cook a mistake.
Okay. Father Time meets you in the Arctic Circle.
Cool.
Do you, by what means do you reach him?
What do you mean?
How do you transport yourself up there? He can send somebody to come get you. if you
No.
wish. Okay.
I'll pay like a fisherman.
Okay,
that,
to
like travels
take you up in
throughout
his
the-
trawler, and
yeah.
then he says, "All right, this is as far as I can take you before the ice takes up." Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say like 5 days after the city, after the bomb detonation, you meet with Father Time. You see there's an excavation site, and he's building a clock of some kind.
It's cool.
And he says, "Oh, welcome, Shadow Mage. What can I do for you?" That's some cool noises Boogie's making.
I know. We have to wrap this up now.
So I would like to insist you in the destruction of one man and one man only.
Name him.
Calendar, of course.
That is already on my agenda, but yes, with your help, it can be achieved more rapidly.
That is what I'm hoping for.
Okay. And then he shares with you his secret plans of the Doomsday Clock.
Which is still
Which
a
is
threat hanging over everything.
Yep.
Sounds pretty villainous.
Yep.
Does.
Okay. So I'll just say you agree to help him wholesale with whatever he asks of you in the construct. I mean, within reasonable limitation, like not beyond like slaughtering like a family for no reason or something. Or would you have certain reservations of helping him?
I would have certain reservations of helping him. I
Okay.
would prefer to help him in just, a mutual agreement that we both have a common...
Oh, so stay out of each other's way, and if there's an opportunity to directly get at...
Well, I don't think I'm personally going to attack Calendar.
Okay, no, you heard about what happened to
The last guy.
No. I assume that's still happening when I'm gone.
Yeah, no,
so
no, I mean,
guess
that's happened. That's canon.
But I'm saying, like, I would have probably have left while he's going that way, so I wouldn't have quite heard right away. But no, I think I would like to just help, like, assist him to have a better opportunity on ending the life of Calendar.
Okay. Well, you quickly learn that basically Father Time is building an arc of time, and if you're not in this when the Doomsday Clock hits,
The arc of time.
Yep. If you're not in this when it hits, if you're on the globe, the chances of you dying are very high. So he just says, "Stay here, help me build this."
He's a villain.
He's saying so, like,
nearing completion.
if everyone in the planet is going to die from this,
Yep.
But you can
He's
live with
insane.
Father Time.
That is a step up.
You
from
can
But-
live
but,
with Father
you know,
Time.
You're welcome.
You could
to
have
bring-
helped stop him.
You're welcome.
You
to
were
bring,
foolish.
I was trying to
you know,
stop
whoever you
a
want.
a nearly equal
The
threat.
lesser evil.
Yep.
Does he need one of each?
A definite
Creature.
evil nonetheless.
He's not concerned with such things. I mean, there'll be kind of an eclectic mix of who survives.
One giant mantis.
no, I can't.
Now you're privy to his master plan, seeking him out.
No, I can't agree. I can't agree to help him build that.
Okay.
Like, what is your blast?
It's blast, and I just chose force as
Yeah, so Mert's dumb. It's not a mental blast, Mert. It's a force blast.
yeah, I chose force as the type of blast.
Straight damage to his mind.
It's not what he had.
What it said?
What do you have?
He had
No,
force blast.
Is that a separate power?
Yeah,
for,
it's just blast.
for illusion, it just says quote imaginary damage.
Mert's
It's
talking
difficult
about
for you to
mental
move
blast.
against Father Time because he basically has part of your abilities now and understands. So I would say your options are to betray Father Time to Calendar and forgive Calendar, or make a suicidal attempt to try and stop Father Time's master plan because you know it's going to threaten the whole world now. Or not necessarily suicidal. You can just betray him and then avoid confronting him personally. It's a tough. I know it's a tough position because you want to get revenge, but the easiest way to get revenge is to sacrifice the world.
Does it mean that much?
Okay, see, I'm not trying to get revenge.
That's what it
on,
sounds like.
No, you just killed millions of people for no effing reason. You
To
are
save-
also a villain by definition.
Save billions.
Definitely.
Of your own money, if anything.
There will be a utopia here.
No. You know what? I'll
Can't get away
I'll-
with this.
I'll agree to help Father Time,
Can't
but
keep
it
getting
is
away
a
with it.
bluff.
Okay.
But
All right.
because I'll stay there.
Okay. So, and you're helping Cal achieve his dream.
He's my head of security.
Yep. So,
guess.
stretchy hand and mantis claw in hand,
Yeah,
working together.
I'm
to
gonna
build
try
a
to
better
form
future.
like a league of justice.
Okay.
I do want, like, as head of security, I want to finally build the bug army of my dreams. Everyone wears bug suits.
Okay.
like
the counter to
not
bug
like
catcher.
normal
Just like-
civilians. You just for the army.
or just like
Yeah.
everybody.
Not like grotesque bug suits though.
I mean, just
Kind of like you.
yeah,
Like
Okay.
Mantis
slick,
suits.
like bug suits 2020.
like
you know?
stormtrooper, like stormtrooper, but like with wings.
I'll allow
Vestigial.
it, but you'll have to be kind of public about your identity.
Okay, at this point, I mean,
Because I
the
can't
bug
just
catcher-
have a bug army for no reason.
Did the
That's
bug
weird.
catcher die? Yeah. Did the bug catcher die?
He has not reappeared since then.
All right. Well, with him,
I mean, we're working on finding a scapegoat.
with him presumably like
Bugged out.
defeated.
Yeah.
Like I no longer have to hide my identity. So
Okay.
now I'm just
Wow.
openly Mantis.
Then people would understand. The Mantis is
Yep.
the head of the army, so okay, that's fine. Then together with our League of Justice, we will protect the world.
Okay.
League
We'll
of
say,
Justice.
While this is going on, Father Time nearly has finished his device, and he's ready to activate it. So far, he has not specifically targeted Kalendar, despite how much he desires that too. But since his goal is to create this time arc, he hasn't really moved individually on him.
I mean, what is like his end goal of
What
just
does
like
he
destroying like
He's
the
insane.
entire planet?
He wants to age the Earth tremendously, and that includes everyone on it.
Oh my god.
He understands that humans are frail creatures, and so the time arc was created to create a zone where this effect does not occur. And this will allow him to view at a world that's as old as him.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, he's crazy. He's pretty crazy. I mean, he's a villain. He's
a villain. See, his character sheet does not say hero.
But of course, he imagines his world in a very idealized way.
Only the aliens
I wanna-
do that.
Well, at
I
least I
wanna-
gave you the memory of the pain of that poison gas.
So I want to take
Even if it didn't kill you,
take it back a notch.
Sure,
You-
straight comfort.
you live
That
to
feel
burning hell.
Do you want to convince him to?
No, not
Okay.
that far. I still wanna be, have him under the impression that I'm helping him out as much as possible.
Okay.
First thing I want to do is send as cryptic messages as I possibly can to Kalendar about what's happening.
Nice.
Okay.
Um,
So you get cryptic intel. Are you anonymously sending it, or does he know that's from Shadow Mage?
Yeah, I want it to be anonymous too.
Okay. So Cal, you start getting weird tip-offs that there's this excavation site in the Arctic. Or is that even too specific?
No, that's
Okay.
fine. I mean, as far as like, if like someone saw me send a text and like read it over my shoulder, they would have no idea what it means. But like together as like several texts throughout,
Okay.
a couple days or
All right.
weeks that like.
How long after the bug bound is this happening?
I mean, it's taking a while, so we'll say it's about a couple of months afterward.
Oh, okay.
It would like I would, he would be able to piece together the information.
Well, I'd assume it's a trap. But I'd be curious. So I'd send the Mantis
Okay.
with a squad.
Of his bug patrol, or his new
Well,
bug soldiers.
Yeah, I mean, he can have his first sort of platoon of bug soldiers go with him.
Okay. And you gave him accurate coordinates of Father Time's Doomsday Clock site?
Yeah.
Am I working with Shadow Mage?
No.
It's
Is
not
he-
coming from
this
me.
is
I'm trying to.
anonymous.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
anonymous.
There's an anonymous tip. Up Father Time.
As far
Alright.
as you guys,
So we're going
I
to
haven't kept in
investigate.
contact with either of you since
Yeah.
Alright.
this has
And
happened.
you've got access to my resources, helicopters. We could probably get you some like wrist-mounted rocket launchers or something.
That's pretty cool. I want those.
See what you could have
I
had.
want those. Actually, can I have
There were rewards I could have had if I.
Yep.
maybe like
All that glitters can.
maybe I have like a
Mantises
maybe a
don't have
thorax
consciences.
rocket launcher and machine guns on my hands.
I got an R&D department.
Because the rocket's probably more rare. Like the guns, I want to always stay strapped.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay, so yep, you see there's a Doomsday Clock that's under construction here.
Who's around? Is there anyone around?
Clockmen and you see only clockmen.
And what's the setting?
It's like this monolithic clock built in the ice that looks very foreboding. And yeah, there's like Imagine like the Antarctic base. So there's like little like shelters and electrical equipment and buggies and stuff.
I want to say we just start
Just
rocketing.
Yeah.
Just shooting rockets at this stuff.
start settling some accounts.
I mean, it looks pretty bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I think just opening fire.
All right, and since again I'm moving in broad strokes here. Your team is good, and they deal a lot of damage, and they frustrate the development of the Doomsday Clock, but you don't catch Father Time either.
Okay.
But looks like he's gonna have to wait another 1,000 years or so to work on his Doomsday. So you foil the world-ending plot,
Nice.
and then and
We're heroes.
yep.
Like that alien bastard. Make it run. No.
Although I'm sure Cal will always wonder, when the next assassin will come for him.
Well, that's why I didn't go with.
Yep.
I'm curious.
Because
I'm just cautious.
you know that people don't necessarily understand the vision you have for the world.
Yeah,
yet, but
I mean, eventually, once I get the city going and stuff, I'll just spend most of my time in like a mech suit.
Until the crime
Shadow
comes again.
Mage
Until
he
the next.
sneaks into the suit.
Yeah.
And just
I mean, I'll have like probably like a special helmet made to protect against mental attack.
Until the next.
Yeah, like
Until the next reason for you to
Juggernaut.
bomb the city comes up, and then you keep doing it
Yeah.
over and over
No.
because you're trapped. You're trapped
I'm
in a
a
loop
hero.
of ambition.
You don't understand.
I'm a psychiatrist. I
You are
exactly understand.
You're rotting in hell
My,
right
my
now.
space ghost watches.
You're
And he
the-
judges.
You're more powerful space ghost for him.
You're one of the most legendary terrorists in the world, aside from the bug catcher
All right.
who we found.
So
Somebody.
So I think for now we'll leave things in with some conclusion, but in a little bit of flux. We've got Drifter roaming the country, always dodging Endar Corp assassins and finding out if there's anything of the old Sentinel left in him.
You're like the undying evil. Like
No, I'm like Lex Luthor, but I'm not very intelligent.
Mantis, I kind of foresee he's a very kind of heroic, good PR figure for your company.
Yeah, and he'll be the head of probably the largest private military in the world.
Yeah, like
That are all dressed like bugs.
he shows that your exceptional gifts can be used for the betterment of society and
That's right.
to great corporate gain as well.
Sure, yeah.
The idea of the space ghost cult is growing. This this heroic martyr
the 1,000 people who got out of the city.
Yep, who dared to defy, and then it's like he's transcended existence.
Yeah, he certainly has.
He's no longer bound to only a physical form. Now he's.
I almost see the start of a Star Warsian plot. Like we're almost bound to
You're the-
become villains.
you're
like,
the
I'm
Empire. You
bound
guys
to-
are-
I'm
you
bound
guys
to
are the
become,
Empire.
Like, a stormtrooper. We're
No,
to become like
you
stormtroopers.
would be Vader.
Yeah,
and he would
you're
be the
Vader and I'm
Emperor.
the
Yeah.
Emperor.
And
Yeah.
then,
But
like,
don't sell
you
yourself
planted
short.
the seeds of like resistance. Like those 1,000 people eventually
Yeah.
grow like a movement.
And I see Shadow Mage kind of with Han Solo type stuff where it's like, he's pulled in one direction, like wanting to, like get justice against Cal Endar, but the alternative is working with somebody like Father Time,
Yeah.
and so he's got his legendary magic show, and is he leading a resistance? Where I think it'd have to be united by Shadow Mage, but
Is Mert then
it's
like
not going to be easy.
Is Mert like a rogue Chewbacca then? I don't know what he is.
He could be a
He's
rogue
nothing.
Chewbacca.
It's nobody.
Yeah.
He's no longer relevant.
He like just immediately decided that like
I'm done.
I'm done. Like I'm going to literally drip like that. That's okay.
It's because he tried to throw a fireball.
I don't know why.
That was so
Just
like.
that offhand.
What was he thinking?
I mean, okay, I guess like
He
it
had to
made
roll
sense
perfectly
his
for that to even
character,
have an effect.
Maybe just because that's something that you just like it's very spontaneous. But
I mean, you could
Yeah.
say like he
Last-
knew it wasn't a real threat. It was just like
I mean, he could have just made a big fireball and just in frustration like
Yeah.
in the ground, but he had to throw it at your.
He earned my end.
perfect accuracy.
Yep. But no, I think
Stunning.
I mean if all three of you conspired to kill Cal Endar, I mean I think it would have been like a Julius Caesar type moment, but
But he was too
It was a
foolish.
solo.
The Mantis.
He did
has
not- yeah.
ambition.
I knew.
Well, and he had his 6 mentalists to give him that nice pyramid test. But
I should have just had them all
even
have
6
mental blast powers
mentalists,
instead.
even 6 mentalists is
No,
as
you're
good
just-
as another
You're
hero.
not a capable enough player. To
I'm not a capable
assassinate.
enough assassin, but Dr. Force is an alien. He doesn't think like normal humans.
Dr. Force is long dead. He's in the history books.
So I'll do 2 characters in
Space
this
Ghost.
campaign.
He's a space ghost.
I thought that was funny. I didn't see that coming. It's like, I'm coming to show you the powers. And like, are we,
Oh, I didn't
we,
trust him immediately when he said
what
that.
was the word
Let me
he said?
show you
Like,
my mental.
we all unleash a mental attack or something. What did you say?
Yeah,
A
we.
unified mental.
A unified mental attack.
Kill him.
You're in the history book.
You know what? He tried to be heroic. He
Dr.
tried.
Force, villain.
He-
That's it.
He
That's
knew
all
he,
that you
all he
earned.
knew
Yeah,
about
you're
these other
gonna,
heroes that
definitely get that as
all
a
the other
title.
heroes were your close friends. You could not trust them.
Kids for generations to come reading the official Endar history books. We'll see how much of a villain you
He's
were.
the Empire. You're the Emperor.
No, he is the Emperor. This is actually a very, very Star Wars campaign here.
I'm satisfied.
And you guys can actually stay alive long enough to get to the space era with him. If you just come by every once in a while, they ask for the Emperor to touch you. You know, you
Unless
can,
he gets any more powerful.
no,
I mean,
you're
that's
like,
definitely
Shadow
a-
Mage is not
It's
down
really
for
all
that.
adding up because
So-
I feel like
Shadow Mage will age
like
gracefully. He'll have
scientists,
the nice
you allow
gray
you just
flecks
keep
in
making
his
them young. They
beard.
can live forever. Keep
Right,
getting
they keep
smarter
learning.
and,
That's
like,
insane.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have like your like Elysium chamber with your immortal like brains that just
The ancient ones and stuff that just store all the knowledge. Yep, it's brilliant.
That's great.
Anytime there's anything wrong with the city, you just throw a bug bomb on it and say it was the bug catcher again. Oh, he's back.
He's the
Suddenly,
boogeyman
there's
of
no
your
longer
universe.
a
All bug catcher's been dead. You had his skeleton in like this tank for like 1,000 years.
I mean, that would not be ideal.
It's like the Death
Because
Star.
only the best of people get access to Caltopia. Real estate is at an extreme
I see.
premium.
Use it as a
It's like-
social
It's
driver.
like Land of the Dead, like the green where it's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the rest of the world is just total shit.
It's like Wakanda.
Yeah, kind of. Alright. Oh, good stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Icons. It's funny.
That's not how Ziggy planned this session.
No, or the whole campaign, but you know that's okay. Icons. I mean, the main thing of your power was really just like, oh, as an extra, you can take
As an
this
extra.
de-aging thing
De-age
with,
people.
with the expo content. Like that was.
Yeah.
It's just like 2 extras, like de-aging,
Damage
invincible.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I need.
I almost should have just like quashed the free damage resistance bonus, but
I mean,
I
Why are you
didn't.
picking on me?
No, but I didn't. I didn't.
I-
And
well,
I
once you
realized I would
establish
have to be like uniform and saying like, okay, extremely limited extra choices, you know, for your changes. And
Yeah, they
stuff,
don't really
so.
think like I know it's hard to balance this huge like a huge
Well, 'cause
RPG type game in general, but like
Yeah.
man, like 10 damage resistance, like
it's
like they don't understand how powerful one ability can be when you just add everything.
Well,
onto it.
and there's ways to get around it with just things that don't do physical damage. Like, you know, your gas cloud incapacitated him, but he had all of his NPCs surrounding him to help him. But it's it would be okay too if all of these were explained in great detail. But it's not. It's it's
all
like
very general.
they
They
give
leave
you
it-
templates for how it works.
so
So
leave it up to interpretation,
yeah,
which I think
which is
a
fine.
nice
If
thing.
it's more of kind of like, you know, a fast and loose campaign, which is how Icons usually goes, you know, I think you can work with that. You know, it's all about the imaginative
It was,
scenes playing out. So
I think
it was fun.
I think it was fun, and I think in most scenarios when it's like except for like when I try to team kill somebody, it doesn't really come up as like a negative thing.
yeah.
Depending on what
Well,
situation
and-
everybody's in.
And the pivot for the next RPG is going to be low power level characters, where you're going to be using whatever you can do to get an
Are we
advantage.
doing Sprawl?
Well, we'll have a discussion.
Are
but-
we opening up on November 16th or whenever?
Well, I mean, there's
Or is it
going to
a
be
Monday?
some good. There's going to be great RPG fun that Saturday. But as far as if it's going to be a one shot, like a long one shot into something, or if we've done the one shot before and the campaign proper is starting that day, we're still kind of. I still have to kind of map it out how it's going to work, but be ready. It's good. We're thinking mainly board games on Friday because Saturday we'll have more time to do the good sessions. So okay. Well, with that being said, we've left another interesting Icons universe with an open book there. So
Phil dead yet again.
You know, at least.
well, he wasn't dead. He wasn't dead.
He wasn't
in the
dead.
first one. He was,
And you know what?
Yeah.
Might as well have been.
He died twice. I've been. There's only 4 sessions.
I died at least twice in
genuinely
that
left
campaign.
behind like
I always
a
die.
pure
He died
accident.
50% of
Like-
the time.
Well, maybe accident. Yep.
Like, I just literally forgot. I was like, let's get the fuck out of
The-
here.
the-
And
the
he was
fir-
like, oh shit, who is that? What happened to that guy?
At least the first Icons campaign, there wasn't like an evil monarch in place of the world.
Well, in the first, what was your guy again in the first?
I was
the Nightman.
Amelia the
Oh,
Evil.
Nightman. I think he used guns.
I used a lot of guns. Yeah.
I mean,
character
you were
was a
really
shit.
still
You were
just
the
like a
Dark
street
Man.
level hero.
The
more or
power
less.
level was drastically
You were the
different.
Nightman.
Yeah.
And despite really being the same amount of.
See, even I rolled poorly, but I made my character work.
Yeah.
Like,
you know,
5 is my highest
It's the
stat.
choice. It's the choices you make. And,
choices you make.
The choices
Right.
you make.
That's a
I had
good.
5. I have 5 stamina. Like, I feel like I could have easily been one-shotted by
Oh yeah.
so many
No,
things.
I commend you. I mean, and the father time was a good way to get a second chance too. But again, I felt bad thinking like you can like escape all damage if you're in this light vacuum. But then Father Time revived you in the past, so it made perfect sense that he could track you out again. So.
Okay.
Whew.
Yeah.